What's going on, guys? Freak here from the channel Frost and Fist, and I know you're probably sitting here enjoying the Friday night live stream or maybe even the Saturday UK friendly live stream, but I just want to take a few seconds to talk about our merch. That's right, the Frost and Fist got some merch, guys. We got a lot of really cool things that we think you might enjoy, like for example this t-shirt that I'm wearing. You'll see the Wolf Brother wear it on occasion as well. Not only that, we even have coffee mugs. Come on, you don't think a nice cup of Joe tastes heavenly coming from this bad boy? I submit that it does not. We got a bunch of other things out there as well. You can get really nice t-shirts, tank tops. That's right, guys. You can go around flexing your hobby muscles in front of the ladies. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong that way. You can even get socks. You can even get that cool banner like the one we got, like that one. That's right, that one. So we got a couple of things. Go check it out, guys. They're reasonably priced, and it will help us to continue this crazy cause. And thanks again for helping us out and giving us some support. Now, back to the show. It's Friday Night Live with your host, Wolf Brother Mythos, and the Freak. And now for the car wreck of a show, the Frost and Fist. Every damn time. Every freaking damn time.
What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos.
Yeah, it's me. Welcome to the show.
And of course, today we've got on a wonderful, amazing, and phenomenal guest over this way.
Yeah, that way.
This way.
I think I right there.
The WeatherPig.
Thank you. Always glad to be here.
I'm so sorry. So, as customary, as what normally happens when we have an amazing guest, tech stops working. Tech just says, you know what? Screw you with a spoon. We're not going to work today. You know what? Freak's on. Let's give him the shaft. So yeah, that's my day today. That's just been. I had a great day today. I had a wonderful day today. I come in here and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're gonna have a good night. You know, we're gonna have everything working, everything. Nah.
We did find out, though, part of the problem. Something we learned about the tech that we're using, and you guys can look this up on Wikipedia, is when does Streamlabs update? And the answer is 5 minutes before any Frost and Fist show. So.
Yeah, and I mean, everything is jacked. Like, all my frames are screwed up. I'm looking at the chat. The chat's like all the way to one side. It's so stupid.
We are expecting that Streamlabs is actively targeting us specifically, but we can't confirm that yet.
You know what? I can say that. I feel triggered. Okay. I'm good with that. Bloody hell.
Anyways, how are you beautiful people today? We've got WeatherPig saying, g'day, g'day.
Why is...
We got...
I'm looking at the name, and Kaiju Shorts is like way on the other side of the freaking screen. Fudge. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm just ranting here.
We've got hey there from Marine. Meek says, hello all and about time.
Shut the hell up, Meeks.
Gamers with Coffee paid Commodore so he can get into the show tonight.
Where is it?
Hellworks recommends always getting the insurance on the ticket. Meek says, coming from an IT guy, sounds about right. Wow. Hey, there's the WeatherPig.
Trying to get his ass on there.
I'm just going to pretend that the Kaiju Shorts being there wasn't mixing up the Aussies or anything like that. We'll blame the technical.
Yeah, y'all look alike.
Wow.
Hey, I'll take that as a compliment. Being compared to Kaiju, I'll take that.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
On one hand, yeah, it's a compliment, but on the other hand, I mean, both you Aussies are handsome lads, so. And then on top of that, we got semi-Australian G in the chat there, you know. So, I mean, y'all are Quit naming my wolves, freak. What?
Okay, you broke me. All right, that's fair.
You're gonna have to explain that.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're playing Valheim, and when he's not on, so what he there's a really cool thing where you can get the wild wolves, and you can tame them. Well, you bring them in your area, whatever. You tame them. Well, they like to reproduce, so there's wolf puppies everywhere. Well, he had like wolves all over the damn place. I'm like, okay, you know what? And there's an option that you can actually name them. So I did. There's one like Meek sucks. What I forgot a bunch of them. F-Tard, Butt Snatcher. I don't know, all kinds of crazy names. And every time I see one that doesn't have a name, I just start naming them. So
I'm the exact same thing in Minecraft, using dog names to insult people.
Tate's one of them.
You can see now in the chat, I've got the wrench next to my name. Finally, I remember to give myself mod powers here. Now I cannot be stopped.
God. See, I gotta fix the chat box.
And I'm going to go ahead and abuse my mod privileges right now.
Chat box.
Right now.
There.
Nope, that one
goes there.
There we go. And saying that right now,
okay.
Of course, WeatherPig is a much bigger superstar than us, so all of y'all know him, I'm sure. But anyone who doesn't, right there's a link where you can find our brother, the WeatherPig, doing some work. And lately, he's been working with some oil paints and doing some experimentation with that.
Thanks to Big D for introducing me to that. It's definitely been quite the rabbit hole since he got me into it.
It's funny going on adventures with fellow YouTubers, because I remember when y'all first talked about that on the podcast, you were working on your Dark Souls diorama, and you were taking suggestions, and you were like, what's the best way to weather this up? And he mentioned how you could get some great worn wood effects out of oil washes and stuff like that. Then I remember your video with displaying your Dark Souls piece and talking about the weathering you did on that with the oil washes. Now here you are teaching oil washes to other people like a pro.
I think it definitely was the theme of last year. I can almost say was experimenting with oil washes. I did that one. I did it on my Lord of the Rings dwarves. I did it on my orcs. Then I did it on the tank recently. It was a big thing.
And credit where credit is due, just the same way D got you into the oil washes. Meeks here got me into the oil washes, and I started with just the black washes, so that way I could try them out. But now I've gotten pretty hooked on them, and I've been using several colors now. So and
like
enamels. Huh?
I've just got the black and brown. I haven't experimented outside of that.
Well, that one I can blame that I've been using a whole palette of oil wash colors in my experiments lately, because one of the things in a gift set that Rob from the Miniatures Paintbrush sent me was a nice set of a whole bunch of different colors of oil paints. And so, I just got myself some spirits, and I can make, a whole bunch of different washes. So it just depends on what I'm experimenting with that day. Obviously, the most common ones I use are the mossy kind of color green, and then the browns and blacks a lot.
Has Commodore come in yet? I haven't seen him.
Commodore will not be joining us tonight.
What?
They've got something going on tonight.
Oh man, you got to be kidding me! I did this for him. All right, I'm gonna do it for next week then. Screw it.
Oh, is it with the orc?
No. Oh. The chocolates he told me to go get.
Oh.
Yeah. I might do it anyway. He can just watch it. Serves him right for missing it. Screw you, Tommy. Yeah.
I'm
in a mood.
Sure.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure that it won't hurt your feelings none to go back to Aldi's and get Reese's 2 weeks in a row.
Nope, ain't done it. I'm doing it once. That's it. And ain't Reese's either. So.
But He says they're better than the name.
Yeah, he's full of crap. I'm calling.
Did you try them already?
Not yet. I haven't opened them yet. I'm gonna do an unboxing right now, or today, or in this thing. So.
Don't use the U word. Okay, Meeks doesn't like the U word. He says only subpar YouTubers use the U word.
Well, you know what? Meeks can get his own freaking show. How you like that? All right, let me fix this real quick here.
I unboxed so hard it's still not in the box, but still unbuilt. I took the lid off and it's hidden. I was going to point the top frame. It's I hid away the top of the box so that I wouldn't ruin it, so I can frame it later.
That's how we're starting the show, Huffer. You know what calms Freak down? A good reference to the Break Freeding program.
It does. It's just, it's like going to a museum, an art museum, and you're walking by and you see this amazing work of art. You just sit there and just got to take it in. You take it in.
The themes.
You show this thing off so much. I need to go ahead and run that picture through the filter so that way at least matches texture.
Yeah, James, it looks like one of the wolves. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a snapshot of all the names that I gave him. I think he's got like 30 or 40 wolves running around. It's ridiculous. He's like the worst dad ever. Yep.
Wow.
Just
my favorite wolf name was I named a wolf after the height difference between me and the wolf's owner in centimeters.
Freaking. All right. Get back to it. Oh, for crying out loud. That's still. Oh, God. All right. The intro was kicking up loud. Nothing's working tonight. Everything's all crap. I need a beer.
Were you implying that the technical difficulties are at least a good omen in a way? That it's only when you've got the best of the best?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Because I remember the first time we had somebody really, really good was, Nick.
Yep.
Nick Beer. Yeah. Poor Mythos was getting swept away by a damn tornado. His lights go out. His audio starts going to crap. Yeah, everything was just, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. I felt so bad. Oh, so we did a round 2, and it wasn't as bad. Man, that was bad.
So if the show's late, you at least know you're in for a good one.
That's good. That's the
That's the slogan. That's the...
looking at the bright side of a train wreck. I like it. We'll go with that.
I mean,
Frank's taking what he can get.
Positivity, well,
yes, it's going to be a good show for us.
Well, at least
right,
the train.
That's like the equivalent of, Okay, well, we're not going to use the really offensive version of this, but it's like when you win first place at the bottom table in the casino.
Yeah, I mean, hey. Yes, the train derailed. Yes, everybody on it died. But it did not derail in a populated area. There's my thumb. There it is.
Mop from No Might No Fate was very, very proud to come last in the recent Lord of the Rings tournament. He even won, I forget what it was. He won a Gremlins card game for coming last.
But is he the one that won against the number 1 player in the world?
He didn't win, but he didn't lose completely.
Against,
he competed. Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna lose, it's kind of bragging, right? You say that you lost to number 1 in the world,
and he was against me in the last round. So what did you expect?
Okay, so I guess I can just bring this up right now. So Kami reaches out to me earlier this afternoon. And he says, "Hey, do y'all have an Aldi's?" I said, "Well, yeah, you guys." And so, here in the States, we have it's Aldi's. It's a little grocery store that, you basically, you bring your own box, your bags, whatever. Everything is in packages. You know, it's like basically they truck everything in, and you got to pretty much just get it out of the, you know, either buy it bulk or pull it out of individual packages or whatever. And, you know, no bags, no nothing. You don't get anything. You know, and so they can charge a reasonable price. And so he says, hey, if you have an Aldi's, you need to go check this out. And he sends me a picture. I'm like, okay, what is it? Well, it's their version of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I'm like, okay. He goes, but he said this. They're better than Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So I stopped at Aldi's on the way home, and I got them. I've never tried them. Still sealed. See that? I call BS. What can be better than a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? I've had others.
If you're new to the show, this is a running thing with us. Freak is an avid connoisseur of Reese's Cups, and we've had many adventures of him not getting the Reese's he deserved, and stuff went sideways. So
yeah, sideways, upsides, ways, down ways, all kinds of ways. It did not go well. So he's saying, oh yeah, these are better than Reese's Peanut Butter, because like, that's heresy. I'm telling you right now, freaking heresy. I know my Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I'm like, okay, you know what? Why not? We're going to try it on the show. So we'll do it. I just wanted to announce that I want to check it. That's why I was hoping he was here tonight, because we're going to try this sucker out, you know? So we'll see what's actually better, but we'll do it. I don't know. When should we do this, Mythos?
If you do it right at the end and tell him it's a little bit in, and make him watch the whole VOD.
I love it. Yeah.
but he'll see this part.
Crap, he'll fast forward to it.
Tell him to start. Tell him to start now. Get the time frame right now and tell him to start now.
It's
around here.
You know what? I'll ask the chat. All right, chat. What time frame should I try to do this? Because we got to go over, you know, hey, what we've done hobby wise. We still got to, you know, talk to our friend here, the WeatherPig, and we still got, you know, the news, and then we got Art of the Week. So, you know,
ton of news.
Yeah, ton of news. So you let me know. You want to do it now, or do you want to save it kind of at the end? All right, G says now.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Just knock it out, right?
Someone in this chat, out of the three of us that are here, someone went through a half pound of Reese's in one go. So if we start it now, we can see how many disappear by the end of the night.
How this terrible itch I know, Mythos.
The people want to know.
This
By the
is
way,
true.
Welcome to the chat, Mad Zoe, and
hello.
Warmutt says hello, WeatherPig, and I guess hi to the other two guys.
Yeah. Figures. Don't you have the powers to ban that guy, will you?
I am unstoppable.
You are unstoppable. So yeah, so it's been all right. So we got a lot of people saying, you know, try it, dude. I mean, I don't even think they're good. I think they're sticking together. That's how. All right. We're gonna do it then, right? We're good. All right, here we go. All right. I feel like I'm opening up a because I have dogs. It looks like a little doggy snack bag. All right.
I feel like he's kind of like doing this to defend the honor of his beloved Reese's. Like Commodore said, better than Reese's.
He really did. He really freaking did. I'm like, dude, you know, you just stop. You need to stop. Okay. Here is. Look at all that coated. I don't know what that is. Is that bloom? Is that chocolate bloom? You know, when the chocolate gets old. That's
the lubricant they use to get the resin in the mold. You gotta wash that off.
Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. Tommy, I swear. Yeah, you know what? No, not say anything here.
Survey says
no. So here's the difference. Okay, The chocolate is hard. Okay, that's okay though. Chocolate is a little hard, but very interesting. I don't know if you've had a Reese's peanut butter cup, but their peanut butter has like it's got a really different texture. It's not like regular peanut butter. This, don't get me wrong, this is real peanut butter. They put real freaking peanut butter in there. That's not a Reese's peanut butter cup. That is a peanut butter cup. That's it. It's not a Reese's. So it doesn't taste bad, but it's not a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it will not measure to a Reese's peanut butter cup. So there you go. Meh. Yeah. Y'all heard it here. Nah. See, I'm expecting a Reese's peanut butter cup, flavor, but it's really like a mouthful of peanut butter with chocolate a little bit around it. Not the same.
Interesting. I need you to read G's second to last comment, but with one of your voices you do on the show.
Oh, let's see. Which comment?
Not the cup of peanuts comment, the one he has before that. Oh, Meeks, you know that's still going to happen. You right.
It's in between two Walmart comments.
Yep. When you see it, you'll know which of your voices to use.
All right, let me see here.
Time to flood the Aldi online review section. Okay, so it's G's. It's G's comment right above where Mini Warmutt says, "Chomp down, chomp that cup down, bro." Okay, it's his most recent one. He reposted it.
Okay, I see there.
You'll know which voice.
God dang it, I hate y'all.
Hard chocolate. Sit your fat ass down.
Or, that's some hard chocolate, y'all. I want to eat 'em.
All right. We got so much hobby to talk about today. Freak, we're going to start with you. What you got for a poke chop? What you done did this week? What hobby goodness you got?
I finally got off my lazy ass and finished my war boss. I'm out of here.
Where you going, big boy? Don't just leave me here. Brian, come over here. You sit right here now. You can call me mama or daddy.
All right. Back to the hobby.
Oh, right. So, yeah, finally, my little pad, man, talking weird. Finally finished my war boss, and it is a competition piece with a much trash talking with the Commodore. He was like, "Hey, I can build a better war boss than you." I'm like, "All right, sure, let's challenge accepted." So, yep, I went ahead and, of course, I sat on it for a while because I'm not used to painting that type of style. I've been painting for 4 years plus, whatever. And then when he says, yeah, let's paint a war boss. Like, all right, I'm gonna do a Bad Moon, and I'll do it. The colors, but I had a hard time because I had to make it very orky looking. I had to make it very gritty and dirty and just nasty, and so that's not my style. It's not my style. I'm very posh, if you will. So
it has a very clean painting style.
Typically,
I remember.
Very posh. So yeah, I like my stuff clean, and so to have that thing really nasty it was like, oh my goodness, this is kind of. I really struggled. I had a hard time, and my motivation really wasn't there. I'll be honest with you. Really struggled with motivation, and then finally I said, you know what? Screw it. I think once I got to the latter part of it and worked on the basing, I finally got it. It's like, okay, this actually it marries really well with the color, and I even got some good compliments from someone who, you know, Oni, who actually has taken art. You know, was an art student. I mean, the guy knows his palette, he knows art, he knows general, and you know, he actually complimented me on the different colors and how with the basing, the color of the basing and all that married with the colors of the actual model, and he was like, "Yeah, this worked really well." I'm like, "Okay," so really got excited. I was, you know, very very pleased with how well. So. Now, that's not to say that Kami's not bringing something really good. I've seen Kami's work, and I'll be honest with you, he does great work, very clean work. I love his you know, his orcs. So it's going to be really, really fun to be able to showcase both of them, you know, and really look at some very, really cool, you know, orky goodness from both sides. You know, it's going to be pretty badass. So, and of course, I'm better than him. I'm just saying. Talk.
You know, we actually happen to have here a miniature art critic that knows his stuff. What do you think about showing a WeatherPig here, a sample of what you were bringing to this orc off?
Sure. All right. Let me.
Unfortunately, the weather in my name does have absolutely nothing to do with miniature weathering, but for the next 3 minutes, it does. That's exactly what it means.
All right, let me see if I can. I got to get the freak reading program out of here first. So let me move that aside.
At the top of Art of the Week is a section that says WeatherPig's stuff. By the way, for when we get to talking about his pork chops.
Perfect. Let me line that up then. Yeah, I see it. WeatherPig's art. Okay, and then let me find.
Let me get the freak reading program out of here. G goes, no.
Okay. Let's see if this one. Okay. It's probably as good as that's gonna get. Let me switch it back. All right. That's a sample.
Is the yellow a bit murkier than what you normally do?
Yes.
With your Imperial Fists?
Yeah, absolutely. I made it very dirty, very you know, filthy. Some pits here and there, and I try to define the pits that already came with, you know, with the model, because it does have the little. They did put some deep scratches in them, you know. So definitely try to fill that in and not fill it in, but I definitely wanted to make that pop. So, but yeah, that, let's see.
I really like the loincloth, just that little bit of red.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's kind of what I just wanted a little accent, you know. So
yeah, so many earthy tones. The pop of red is nice.
Yeah, right. And of course, you know, I try to break that yellow down. I didn't want it, you know, all yellow, and it's just really annoying. So a little bit of rust, you know. And I finally figured out because one thing that Mythos has always kind of gotten on me is staying consistent with your basing. So that's the basing that these guys are going to have. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I can't see that. Wow,
I don't think Mythos has ever called me out for my basing, despite A, my lack of basing, and B, Mythos' history of calling me out.
Right?
Actually, I'm gonna
That's
call
like
my
the best criticism of me, and Mythos hasn't hopped on it yet.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm I'm gonna criticize, or I'm gonna call myself out on calling you out, or call you out on calling me. Anyways, in the very first episode you were with us, you talked about how you had done this tutorial, and then you were like, oh yeah, I did this whole tutorial, and then I just stuck them on the base. Nobody wants to see, how the base was when they're here for the motto. And I was like, actually, when I'm watching a tutorial, I wanted to know how they tie that base to whatever it is, and how they, and your very next tutorial, you were like, and I know some people want to know about how the spacing is done. Mythos.
I think was it the Terminators?
I don't remember. Actually,
I think it was the Terminators.
Because where are they? Where are they? One of those Terminators, the Imperial Fist. I put a lot of effort on the base. It's got like the radiation dumped under him.
Oh yeah.
I definitely remember filming that.
Thank you, G. Thank you so much.
I've got my next video. It's actually showcasing someone else's work. It's from one of the No Might No Fate guys, and he put a lot of effort into his basing and really just insulted me to my face right on my own channel. So keep an eye out for that one. In one collection, which I actually have pictures the other week, he's got 1, 2, 3 different types of basing, and with a few little extra things thrown in there as well. And it makes sense. It is one collection with different bases, but he does have a reason. It is explained.
Well, that's good. I do teasingly talk about Freak spacing, but it's one of those side effects, and you can kind of see the same thing on my Space Wolves. Of I think anyone when they're doing wargaming, it's a side effect of the first army, right? Because you're doing a lot of experimenting during that time, right? So like his Space Wolf or my Space Wolves, his Imperial Fists have different kinds of yellows for the fists, right? You'd be like, this is the era when I was using these paints for this Imperial Fist, and I was using this. And then with mine, you can see like the very first ones are a very stark black and silver, right? Because that very stark look was what I was going for, and I didn't do any highlights back then. And it was like just a primer black and then silver on top of that, very stark, right? And then it's like, and in this era, I introduced a little more color. And in this era is when I settled on blue as my secondary color, and and like where I've done that with colors throughout my Space Wolves, Freak's kind of also done that on basing throughout. So he's got some very earthy basing, some mountain basing, volcano, some desert basing, and it's all the experimenting phase, right? Yeah, so
it's bad. Oh no, Mythos is not wrong. I mean, honestly, if you look at all my Imperial Fists, you're like, dude, they're not on the same continent. They're not on the same planet. These guys together here, they're not together. This guy's got snow basing and this guy's got lava basing. What the hell's wrong with them? But he's right. I was doing a lot of experimenting with different basing, and of course so
with that first army, you're still trying to figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you attack your second army, you're more likely to go in with the plan, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I want these colors, and I want this spacing, and
so yeah, with my orcs, this is the model. This is what I'm going to use. So that is it. So, and I'm not gonna alter it. This is exactly what it's gonna be. I like it, and that's that dirt mud looking grassy kind of terrain. That's them, and I think I like it because it does marry with the current color scheme of my orcs.
My Mordor definitely went through phases. The basing's all the same because it's very simple basing.
Right.
As Gamers with Coffee just brought up, my Mordor bases are literally just one of the Citadel. It's the grey one.
Astrogranite.
Astrogranite
right here. Yeah.
With the black wash and the pink grass tufts because I have a slight bias towards that color. And it turns out one of the local guys has the exact same grass tufts on one of his evil armies. So it kind of, in the local canon, this is an evil root that grows where evil is. But my initial orcs are all just normally painted, but they had the red originally, which I replaced with the purple. My second batch of orcs, which are actually a different unit, they're in completely different techniques. They're based around oil washes, but it helps to make it a bit more obvious what's the Mariner orc and what's the normal orc. And then recently, because I've gotten into a lot more layering, like really in-depth layering, some of my newer like heroes and the little archer ranger guys, just a completely different style. So I tried to keep it cohesive, but there are 3 distinct styles of models in my mortar army.
So aside from getting that guy finished up, I started working on the other war boss that I got from my buddy Marine. So that's gonna be fun to mess with. That, and I've been playing a little bit of a video game, and it's one that I've seen Markiplier play. It's called There Are Billions, and it's a really, really fun game where you pretty much kill as many zombies as you possibly can, and it's a lot of fun. But I'm playing the same mod that he was playing, which is the I forgot what you call it. It's basically all the resources are available to you. You don't lack any resources. You just have to build up as fast as you can, and make as many troops as you can, and see how long you last. You're gonna get overrun. You're gonna get tore up. You're gonna get killed. But how long will you last? That's the premise of that particular mod. So the highest I've gotten was 5,100 something.
That's pretty cool.
That's not bad. I mean, I think that's about a wave and a half. I think Mark actually got it a lot longer, so he went a little further. I think he may have gone about 2 waves, roughly. It's just, the thing is, it's just nothing but just a horde. All you see is red, and it does tax your machine. So the first time I tried it, I played it on a machine, not here at home, and it was a laptop. And it just about froze a laptop. It was just, my laptop was like, oh, you can hear it screaming. So I did this one. And this computer here is actually my VR machine that, and it's one of my better machines. And it started running slow because that's how many of these moving pixels are actually coming through from left to right. And there's so much happening. There's so much AI occurring, so much code that the game just slows down. It's so
I suggested it might be something good to see on his gaming channel, especially because he sent me just a snippet of him playing and the way he's reacting. Even though like it's an indie game with not very upscaled graphics, but like, even though he's looking at a very high level down, he's still reacting like, oh my God, they're coming, they're billions. And I'm like, man, your reactions would make a really good video. But he brought up a good point, because it spawns so many billions of zombies that every time that it spawns something, that takes a resource from your computer, right?
Yeah. And
because they're spawning billions of them, it stresses out your machine. Is what happens.
It's insane. It really is insane. And
and because it's already taxing his machine, he brought up a good point about trying to run video capture and audio capture and face cam and tax his machine to that point.
Yeah, it was really, let me see. I may have, I think that's it. Is it? Let me see.
Can you show a snippet?
I'm going to try, yeah. I'm going to see if I can...
I'll pull it from the message you sent me?
Yeah. Trying to see if I see the horde coming.
While you're pulling it up, I'm going to address some of the...
go ahead, yeah.
Killzone Octaria is good or bad. So the models look really good. None of the 3 of us here actually play Kill Team, which I couldn't tell you rules-wise. The models look fantastic, and the terrain, of course, would make for a gorgeous table. And as somebody who just plays the larger game of 40K, I would love that terrain just for my gaming table, not for Kill Team. But I feel like I could say that of the models in general. I mean, the Krieg look good, the Works look amazing. I would love it for the models and the terrain alone. but I've not actually played Kill Team. Gamers with Coffee, the volcanic basic does look good. Freak and I used to have a running joke because we didn't like once we found the terrain that we were good at. That's kind of what we stuck with for a while. So I was like, my brother can do volcano bases, and he'd be like, my brother can do water bases. That was it. That was it. Good for snipers, models as platforms. Yes, there are some really good sniper platforms, and I think all of the Kill Team terrains, they all have some nice elevation there. Citadel basing paints, like you mentioned. So some stuff like the Astro Granite, I find that I like better when I add grit to it. I like it a little chunkier for things that I'm doing.
You like a chunky.
But they're $8 in this area for a small pot like this. So for things that you can replicate with other brands, I like to go to things like Vallejo and stuff like that, where you get a much bigger pot. So for the cost of 1.5 of these pots, I'm able to get Vallejo basing material this size. So, and I hear AK Interactive has an even bigger tub at even better quality, for the same price. So I prefer Vallejo, and I want to check out some of that, the other stuff too. Marcos is in the chat.
Wow.
Marcos Castellanos, and I want to give him a big shout out because it is that War Boss's birthday today. So I hope he is gifted with all the DACA that he can have.
Heck yes. Get some DACA. All right, guys. Here, so this is where it's going to start. All right. I got the... I sent Mythos this clip because I was freaking out. All right. The guys here on my right, those are in red and probably different other colors. That's my army. Okay. To the left, that's the entire Horde army. So here's what happened. I hope you guys can hear it and see it. Oh man, you're so many. Oh my God.
I don't hear nothing because I'm muted on the YouTube. Never mind.
In there. Oh man, you're so many. So you can see all those little guys are all, they're nothing but horde of hang in there, guys. Zombies. Hang in there. And then, let's see. Then I'm thinking I'm big stuff because I might have survived it.
So it's a lot like if you combine another wall that you have to cut through. An RTS game and a tower defense game. Oh my
right.
God. What you got here.
Still have plenty of soldiers, and I still barely
Marcos,
a wall there,
won't
and
be
I got
here
another
long
wall
playing
that you have to cut
D&D.
through.
Man, D&D on your birthday sounds like a good time, and have a badass night doing the game, and may your loot rolls be awesome tonight.
Yeah, win some stuff. So yeah, so this now you can see, and this was the last horde, the last wave that nailed me. I mean, you can see it thinned out all my ranks. I mean, it just cleaned my guys out really bad, and then you had all this coming back. I'm like, okay, that was it. That's not going to last. But I had played since then, and my score has gotten much gooder. So,
much gooder?
Yeah, much gooder. I made that.
Well, that's good. That's important
That's
when you get it good.
Extremely good. So yeah, that's my hobby goodness. So there you go.
Awesome. Let's jump over to the
poke chop.
Let's jump over to the WeatherPig stuff so we can talk through some of his poke chop, his hobby goodness.
All right. I mean,
all right. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna learn today. All right.
You're gonna learn today, boys.
Oh my God.
You can start by coming walking over here, boys.
What am I learning to do?
Oh, you know what you're gonna do. Okay, here we go.
Seeing the freak stop just reminds you of that meme. Stop. I can only get so erect. That voice would be great for a call center job. What kind of call center?
I don't know. Many or my stop means go to me. Say it again. Say stop again.
Oh my.
Stop, please.
Oh man. So this take you've done on your most recent video looks amazing, WeatherPig. Have you done the track since then? I'm just curious.
No.
Oh, okay.
I recorded that video the day I uploaded it, so it has only been a couple of days. And I put him in the cabinet, even though he doesn't deserve to be in there yet. I don't know how I'm going to do the tracks because they're link and length tracks, so they're all plastic, kind of like Warhammer, like Rhino tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to paint them and then super glue them on, but that I can scratch off paint and use plastic glue, but I'll have to figure it out. Hope maybe I can get away with just doing the bottom half of the runs and not doing the top half because you can't see it.
That's a fair point. I really like that color. What did you use for the rust effect? What is that? That's some kind of... is that ink? What is that?
That is, believe it or not, that's just an oil wash. Just a brown oil wash.
Okay.
A variety of oil washes at different intensities.
Yeah. What did you use? What type are you using?
It's all. I've got it all outside because I can't breathe when I'm within 2 feet of an oil wash. It's just what color is it? It's the generic brown paint color that Big D told me to get. Burnt umber.
Burnt umber. Yep.
And it's just thinned. It's a lot of mucking around. It's all. I show it all in the video. I've got footage of me doing it.
Okay, but I mean, it's not a GW wash. It's just something that you picked up.
No.
Okay.
Oil paint thinned with a spirit.
Oil paint. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, okay. Jeez. All right, that looks pretty cool.
And I just want to point out to the chat again. Whoop, that is not the right. Hold on, let me copy this again. Copy. If you go here over to the WeatherPig's channel, you'll be able to see he's got 2 videos. One, how he painted. You can see some really, really nice parts of each panel where some of the beige shows through. It's got some great shading to it. He's got a video about undercoat painting or under shading in your paintings to get that effect. And then he's got another video where he weathers the crap out of this. So it's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So there's only really there's only really 5 layers to build up all of that. Well, actually, I guess there's more. There's the black. There's the black, which was just sprayed on. White airbrushed on to each panel to create that pre-shading effect.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a couple of layers of Iraqi sand to build up the classic Desert Abrams color. And 1 layer of the oil wash focused solely on weathering, and that was a really thin layer so that it's not actually like establishing a color, it's just dirtying it up and adding those streaks. And then a second oil wash layer that was specifically on the panel lines. You can see on top of the turret there.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really, really love how it just so well done. You can see like the rustiness and all the grooves of the where the panels meet and the armor plates come together.
No, it's easily my best take yet. It doesn't even. I feel bad for the other tanks. It's in a league of its own compared to the rest. This one, it is a photo shoot I did recently. So this is the current starter box for Middle Earth strategy battle game with some slight modifications. The evil half being mine, of course, and the good half belonging to Sergeant Paul, one of the guys from our Battle Report YouTube channel. So this really is the box that started it all. This is the reason I got back into wargaming. I did AOS for a bit, but it lost me, and I was ready to kind of give up altogether. And then I just said to Damo, "Hey, you like Lord of the Rings? You want half a box of Lord of the Rings miniatures?" Because he had been painting tanks. He's actually the guy that got me into the tanks, and he said, "Yeah." And then turns out a guy we know opened up a local store, and they've got a decent little Lord of the Rings community building up, and that's how we got back into it.
That awesome. Includes the #1 Lord of the Rings player in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Better a couple times now. The slight modifications are that troll is not meant to look like that. That's my custom troll in a number of ways. He does come in the box though. And that little Nazgul you see on top of the fell beast there, that's the wrong Nazgul. That's Kumul. You can actually see his head picking up above that orc on the left there. Because in Lord of the Rings, you need to have a mounted and dismounted version of every hero model who has a mount. I did a head swap. So this came with the Witch King on the dragon thing. and I swapped him with Kamul. So if this battle would actually take place, I would easily win because I've cheated by modifying my half of it.
That's awesome. I really love the modifications you did there in these close-up shots, getting able to see that big ass sword axe thing you converted, and the shield. That purple layer you did under the red X really gives it, like, draws attention to it. It looks great.
Yes.
It makes it look more vibrant.
I think I compromised a bit of the realism and the style there. It clashes a little bit, but I think it does more good than harm.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, on his side, you've got it's mostly Rohan, Warriors of Rohan, and there's a bunch of ghosts at the front who actually cannot ally with Rohan in the game. So that's nice of Games Workshop to do that.
That's funny.
But they're great models nonetheless.
I was just thinking that seeing them together is very cinematic, makes me think of that part in the movie. And then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, that's illegal in the game. So it's just like mildly disappointing.
These guys I'm super happy with. These are my Moretz, my current collection for Infinity, the game by Corvus Belli. Weird story about these ones. I just got into Infinity, picked up a few of these Moretz, the faction I chose to play. They're like a spacefaring ape warrior people. And they stopped producing them. They're going to stop producing them in a couple of months. So the rules are still completely valid. Every model that they've released for Infinity the game will still have valid rules. I can take this to tournaments in 5 years. It doesn't matter. But I had to buy all of the models. So I have the whole collection now, mostly unbuilt. And I have a video recorded talking about these guys, and I don't address in that video that they're out of production because I recorded it before them. So I've got to get that up quickly so I can do a follow-up where I discuss the fact that they're out of production. And if you were following me late last year, I have a challenge this year where I'm not actually allowed to buy models. And here I am buying the entirety of an army, which is something I've never done before, even when I didn't have rules holding me back. But I'll talk about that later, about how I exempted myself due to the fact that I'd never be able to get them again.
And this is all non-metallic paint on the weapons, yeah?
Yes, that's just it's one. The darkest color there is one gray. I believe it's medium sea gray by Vallejo, and I just added a little bit of white to each layer, and then just a white highlight because I really wanted to separate the guns from the armor itself because they're both just gray.
Sure. That looks great, man.
That looks awesome. First of all, I've always loved Infinity sculpts, and you've really done a great job with them. Some people really struggle painting the metal sculpts, so you've done a great job with that. G says those look dope.
Thank you. I think they are my best work yet.
And Warmet says awesome stuff, WeatherPig.
Thank you.
This brings me on to some of my poke chop for this week. I got in a package from our bro Superfly. Normally in the chat is off having a game tonight. But I just wanted to show some of the awesome stuff he hooked me up with. You can see there multiple kinds of tufts. Flock.
I don't know if we should be airing this.
And I think some of those, like in the Ziploc bags there, those are really like big, thick, kind of spongy flocking that I can put on. I think they're really going to add some nice little effects to my jungle bases for my orcs. It's really going to help.
G was right. This picture does look dope.
Johnson, they're calling it something different. We must investigate this further.
Oh man, this is going to be like investigations into flock.
They're calling it flock. Is that something new?
And so Superfly sent me this awesome care package with all this terrain stuff here and challenged me. He wants to see me experiment with all of it. And I can think of uses for pretty much most of the stuff here. Even the really nice looking pink, purple, blue tufts. Because my brother, I inherited it's still his. I'm the keeper of my brother's Eldar army, who, by the way, is streaming right now, Darklight Dreamer. I have his Eldar army when none of it's based yet. And I thought doing some purple blue energy underneath some black crackle paint, like energy's coming out of the ground, and having some of this alien kind of tuft on it would look really cool.
I should have done that with because that's almost that's the same brand as the tufts on my mortal bases, the pink ones. I almost got those instead for my mortar army.
Nice.
And I did. My intention is that it looks kind of glowy. It's an evil, kind of unnatural mortal plant, and I should have put little glow under it. That's actually a really good idea.
And this is the one blade guard I finished up so far this week. I do plan on finishing up more, but yeah, I want to give these to the table so they can kick the butt of any nearby imperial fist players.
That's great.
Wow, my edge highlights on the boots there are super chunky now that I'm looking at it zoomed up. But anyways, just looking at it like, what the hell is wrong with me?
I do like the high contrast highlights on the Aquila though. That's going to look great on the tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That was the intention. It was that the Aquila shape really pops from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice power sword mythos. Do you have a tutorial on that? In fact, I do. In fact, I do, my brother. So if anybody wants to see that, we have it here on the channel.
Were they featured in someone else's video at the same time? Or
they were. In fact, I have a link to that video. Take this here. If anyone were to say go to a video about oil washes, they could see that model featured right here.
Oh, I'm not allowed to give my opinion here. I've already, it's exclusive.
It is.
I hadn't mentioned the Aquila, so that's okay. I was allowed to say that.
Thank you, by the way, for the kind words. I forgot to respond to that part when I left a comment on your video. I just replied to the video itself and not the showcase at the end.
No, that's right.
It was the very last thing I did before falling asleep at night.
I have that effect on people.
All right.
It's the new microphone. It's the new mic. I think that's the video where I got my mic audio sounding really good. So I ASMR'd Mythos.
That's right. That's right.
My next couple of videos don't sound as good because it's before I figured out how to use the mic.
After I commented, I put the video on repeat so that way I could fall asleep to your dulcet tones.
I actually did. We saw Madzo in the chat earlier, which I thought she was banned from here, by the way. Now that you're a mod, I think we can officially do that. She was banned last time I was here. She actually did accidentally put one of my videos on repeat, and I'm looking at the viewer retention and the watch minutes and going, what has happened here?
I've gone viral. All right, and other than that, I painted one of my Incursor bombs, which I'm going to take full credit for as having completed an extra model this week. So boom, that's my whole hobby update. But I did enjoy putting out a tutorial, and I think I found an angle and setup here at the desk that's going to work now. So you guys know last year we invested in an extra camera and a couple extra lights for my hobby setup here. So finally putting it to use. So I'm really excited about that. All right, we got a whole bunch of articles to catch up on. There were some announcements from the LVO Las Vegas Open today, and of course, we got a Lord of the Rings expert on, so we want to talk a little bit about some of the Lord of the Rings news. So, two separate things. Not that there was a bunch of Lord of the Rings talked about at LVO, but separately, LVO and...
We're very disappointed.
All right. And where's that at? That's on the news?
That is on your personal.
All right.
I flooded your personal with news earlier.
All right. Okay. Let me look. One moment, please.
I appreciate that the salt and pepper's coming back, man. Yet after seeing with you for several months with the beard, it just the clean shave just it needed the beard back.
Is that right? Is that it needed it? It needed it, huh? I didn't have it off for long. I mean,
you didn't.
It was just while I was sick. Where is it? Me right here. Okay. Middle Earth, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Open a new tab, shall we?
And let me just mention that nobody was more disappointed for that short period of time that your beard was gone than old Mrs. Jones down at the Chippendales Club.
Yeah, she should love, like, come here, let me rub your cheeks. And her tell her those are the wrong cheeks, but okay.
It was a big hit to Freaks Income. I only got half the tips.
Yep, everybody's favorite game too.
I think we can go through these articles pretty briefly because we don't get a lot of big news. We get drip fed, a new model here, a new rule here. In the time I've been playing, we haven't seen like a full army update, although I think they are working on one at the moment. So yeah, and all of our rules are in one book. We don't have codices or battle, whatever Age of Sigmar calls them. I forgot.
But you said that's one of the draw to this system,
I
right?
think so. Yeah, it's a lot more stable. It's a lot more calm. Like you couldn't do a weekly show like you do with Lord of the Rings news every week. It just wouldn't happen, which I'm sure there's pros and cons to different people. But for me, I like it that way. I like the stability. I can take a break for a couple of weeks and the whole meta hasn't flipped. And not that I'm not throwing shade at anyone. I just personally, I can't keep up with how Games Workshop changes other games so quickly. They released a new Amon Hen, the terrain piece. We don't care much for it locally because we have an amazing terrain builder locally, and he made his own.
Oh,
so
cool.
we're already content.
Well, so I'm on him.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really cool terrain piece, and it is for Lord of the Rings, and y'all don't get much stuff, so I'm not trying to take anything from y'all. However, man, that would make a great AOS piece.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. No reason not to. New Witch King model. We've been getting a few new models recently. I am a little torn. Obviously, the quality of this is phenomenal from a technical perspective.
Yes.
The style, it definitely leans more towards modern Warhammer than it does the rest of the Middle Earth range, which I'm not saying is inherently a bad thing, but I think he does stand out compared to the rest of the Middle Earth range a little bit. But as I mentioned earlier, the fun story about this guy is I had only recently converted up my own little Witch King before they released this one, so I didn't need to do that. Thank you.
Wow, like screw those guys. I don't need your.
Someone's watching me. Someone went, new Witch King, discontinue the Morats for Infinity. Just make sure they have technical difficulties when he's on the
Damn it, that's why.
Someone's watching me, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's just we've been having issues, with the NSH. They've been kind of watching us here now and then, and they get a little weird sometimes. We know they're watching. It's so funny. Like, Johnson, go get me a coffee. We're talking about stripping again. Hurry! I'm like, what?
Do you guys declare your Chippendale tips? Do you declare those?
What? But declare we declare that's a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, that's all. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I always legitimately claim my Chippendales tips every time. It is only a coincidence that I only made $20 every night on my time card.
Same thing. Same here. Yeah. And typically I don't necessarily get those in my hand.
No. They go places where you only find them later.
Yeah. I can't tell you how disconcerting it is finding a quarter where I'd never thought I would see one.
Mythos is trying not to spit out his drink.
I felt the fizz of Coke Zero start to bubble up my nose.
But yes, new Witch King.
This Witch King actually, I know it doesn't fit with the artistic style of the previous stuff, but as someone who doesn't have any ties to the game currently,
or reference, yeah, I love this.
I think
it looks great.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to get him because I've got a mounted Witch King, but not a dismounted Witch King. So if he's ever knocked off his horse, I don't don't know. I've never been knocked off his horse. I'm very lucky. So I'm tempted to get this because it does come with a mounted one with an amazingly sculpted horse.
Yeah.
So build him as the Foot Witch King, and then I can build up. You can take his helmet off and make him a normal wraith. So I can make a mounted wraith as well.
That's cool.
But never give him the flail. It sucks.
Oh, really?
I'm
No,
sitting here.
I don't believe you ever take the flail.
I'm
on
sitting
any
here
model.
trying to figure out what army I can put that in, so I can paint one up and put it in something. Like, who would he fit with?
This new tree beard is phenomenal. Mop from No Might No Fate picked one up recently. It's so cool. I can't believe how amazing it is. I'm really tempted to grab him.
This
do a
is
diorama with
really,
him.
yeah. This is really,
It's
really
so good.
well done.
Little Marion Pippin on top.
Yeah.
And
The sculpt
they
is
can.
great.
I believe they can dismount Marion Pippin, so you can put them on a little objective and then have Treebeard walk away.
Oh, that's cool.
That's neat.
They're not too great competitively. The Ents, we do have a local Ent player, and he does not often win, but it's for a fun game. They are really fun.
Okay.
They're easy to surround, and if they don't win the duel, they're going to cop a lot of damage, and they don't have any rules to help them win the duels. They're good at fighting, but yeah, they do struggle a bit. They just need one little something extra to give them a little boost, and they'll be pretty competitive. But they are very scary. They can throw boulders if they don't move. I've seen Treebeard throw a boulder in those pictures of my army. You saw Kamal the Easterling on a Fell Beast. It wasn't my one, but I've seen someone else's Treebeard huck a boulder at someone else's Kamal and one-shot him off the back of the Fell Beast.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they only have one wound.
Similarly, in 40K, Freaky and I have both tried making our Imperial Knights pick up like a rhino or something and chuck it at the enemy. We can never roll the 4-up to make that happen.
No, my troll can throw stones, and I don't think I've ever used it effectively.
It's like, it's only a 4-up. Logically, half the time, chucking a rhino should work. It's never
worked.
These are new Knights of Dale, I think they're called. So this is the next expansion for Lord of the Rings, is the War in the North. So it's about Dale and Erebor, mainly, fighting against Mordor and the Easterlings.
Very cool.
And these knights are very cool. You might see them soon on No Might No Fate, but I don't want to give anything away too early. But from what I understand, they actually have a really cool rule where if you charge them with a horse, they get a bonus because they've got like the pike set up ready for you to charge them, which is something really unique to them.
By the way, you may have heard WeatherPig mention several times No Might No Fate. That is his battle report channel where you can see epic Lords of the Rings battle reports at this link right here. Check out No Might No Fate, and that is the second way to subscribe to the WeatherPig.
Thank you. I highly recommend the most recent battle report. It was a lot of fun for me in particular. New Dol Guldur terrain. I haven't seen it in person yet. But yeah, it looks really good. I don't think we get terrain that often, so it's really cool to see this. And they're the current expansion is focusing on Dol Guldur.
Again, just looking at how to repurpose it. That great gothic feel would
very D&D-ish. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah, that gothic feel could be like D&D.
Yeah,
could be 40K. We could play some games on this table. We could do AOS. Hey. So
thank you, Mini Warmutt.
Got good news and bad news. Yeah, Mini Warmutt subbed. He's number 70. However, you no longer have 69 as the magical number. So
I didn't even realize we were. I didn't have time to bask in that.
All right, this guy looks like he just got caught. Like, what are you fondling? Well, what? No.
Does it have his name? There are 3 named ends.
Yeah.
Is that the Quick Beam or the other one?
Yeah, it's a tough choice, blah, blah, blah. But if I had
Quick
to choose
Beam.
just one, it would be Quick Beam. Yep.
I forget what his exact rules are. I'm assuming he's quick.
Obviously not. He got caught. Look at him. What? No, I wasn't touching it.
It does have that surprise.
Yeah, it's like
guilty look.
Oh no, Mom! Don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Isengard? I didn't realize I was in Isengard. I believe this one's a Forge World. Yeah, really cool. There's 3 named ents, and the other one doesn't have a model yet, I don't believe. And then you can get a bunch of generic Ents to fill out your army.
The answer G is never. He says, can you go too far with basic? Never.
No, nonsense.
Atlas, my brother, those trees look so cool. Good to see you, my brother. Gamers with Coffee says, I subbed before Mini War Mutts. So, yeah.
Are you saying you were the 69th?
Oh, Greg's got some 69 action.
Oh, boy. Nope.
And then apparently we got some new scenarios. I didn't know that we got that there were new rules. I haven't actually had a look at. Oh, actually, no, I did. And from what I remember, some of them are pretty broken and pretty people are upset about them. But we'll see.
Fall of the Necromancers. Anyone you know actually play out of the Fall of the Necromancer book?
I've seen. So this is just all. There's only 2 books, including rules in Lord of the Rings for models. There's the Hobbit ones and the Lord of the Rings ones.
Okay.
So this won't change. It shouldn't change any of the base rules like a codex would, but it did add new ways to play certain armies, and I understand some of them were pretty silly. But I haven't seen them yet because we banned them from our recent tournament. So people didn't swoop in last second with some new stuff and flatten all of us.
That makes sense. Swooping is bad.
Then we got these are a couple new Mordor heroes for War in the North. I'm still conflicted as to whether I'm picking them up. The models look great though. I believe, yes, they're Forge World. So 2 new orc heroes for Mordor. This guy is the leader in the North, and he really hates elves, and he gives everyone in his army hatred of elf, which is pretty fun. And I both of the other members of No Might No Fate do have elves. So
that sculpt and pose looks really cool.
I'm really impressed with the new stuff. I think within the last few months, Games Workshop has really picked up on Middle Earth, which is good to see. Because I do get a little worried every now and then, but the new stuff's fantastic. And then I get a new wizard. He nothing too fancy. He's just a better version of the standard shaman. Oh, he doesn't have the one spell that you take shamans for, which makes orcs fearless. So the orcs around him are going to run away. But he can steal magic power by killing people. And he's a pretty good caster of other spells. He can drain people's courage value. He can freeze people and he can paralyze people. And he can wither, which I actually don't know what that one does myself.
So do you prefer his spells or the version of the shaman that makes fearless?
I think, from what I've been told, the generic shaman is a must-have for that fearless. And I tend to agree. I don't always take him, but I try to, because it means that they consider an objective without running away. Because in Lord of the Rings, if your army reaches less than half its total model count, your models start running away. And orcs are very good at running away. And I can be safely sitting on a backfield objective without a fear in the world, and then the 2 orcs, they run away, and I lose the game.
Yeah,
having
pretty
a shaman
steep.
just to sit there. Yeah. They're courage 2 orcs, and you have to roll on 2d6 plus your courage. You have to roll higher than a 10. So I have to roll an 8 on 2d6 for them to stay. So having the shamans around is pretty good.
Yeah.
And if there's a big enemy hero that causes fear, my orcs are not going to charge that. But if I've got a shaman, I can just feed one little puny orc a turn to their hero. So he spends his whole game killing 5 orcs, which is absolutely nothing to me. These are new Easterlings, which are the focus of the next expansion. They're evil humans from the East. I really like them. I almost did Easterlings myself. And these sculpts are really, really good for a Middle-earth infantry unit. They might even be the best kind of infantry that we have.
They look great.
Mm-hmm. I believe these are more of an elite unit. The Warriors of the Dragon Cult. I'm not familiar myself, but
if the sculpts were compatible, man, I'd love to loot those weapons for some white scars.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, thank God, this detail's sculpted into the banner. You don't have to free hand the banner. Yeah. And it's the Eye of Sauron, which I always love to see.
It does look cool. The shield looks badass too. Mm-hmm. Pale Orc, my man, my wolf brothers, what up, baby?
And yeah, I think that's it in terms of recent Middle-earth news. We got a bunch of made to orders, so a bunch of old casts we can get at the moment. I've got a wizard on the way who can kill orcs to replenish his magic power. He can kill himself to give his magic power to a ring wraith. He also has a giant fireball that does a lot of damage. So that's why I took him.
Sweet. We've got a few more articles above those, Freak, from LVO. We can take a look at some of the hot news from 40K today.
Okay.
Miniatures paintbrush. I should start collecting Lord of the Rings. New crack addiction.
There's a big variance. The old stuff isn't too hot, and the newer stuff does look great. So the models we just looked at definitely do not represent the range, but it represents where the range is going, I suppose, which is pretty good.
Yeah, the future of the range. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just glad the range has a future. That was a genuinely nervous laugh.
I mean, kind of a legitimate, concern. Actually, go ahead.
It's not the end. If they ever do drop it, I'm sure that we'll just continue with where they left it. I'm not too worried about that.
One of the things that happened with us when we were first getting in, I grew up reading more fantasy books than sci-fi books, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was trying to decide between 40K and fantasy was basically dead with no support. So, and we didn't want to get into a game that was dying. So,
yes,
I definitely understand that as an extremely valid concern.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're looking at this, and here are some new sculpts coming for the Eldar. We saw earlier this, was it last month? Early this month, we saw new sculpts for things like Eldar Guardians and stuff like that, which, by the way, the new Guardians look great.
They do.
We were on break at the time, so we didn't actually show them on this show. But here is another wave of new sculpts for the Eldar. Let's take a look at them.
Some of my first models are the Old Eldar Guardians.
Oh, nice.
And
That's okay. That's okay. You've never owned a Triptide, so I'm not going to hold it against you.
I've painted one.
Like, you cut it close.
I also kind of attempted to trade him back because I missed him, but I ended up not going through with it. Just for you.
See, this is why I love you.
No, I was going to trade some Infinity models, and then they discontinued them, and I went, yeah, no, I think I'll hang on to those ones.
All right, so this is the avatar of Cain. So basically, the Cain being their god of war.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the Eldar will sacrifice their souls to bring forth the avatar in times of great need, which is kind of a really cool, like very, very themey kind of thing. Something cinematic, something you would read about in a book or see in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have seen this in one of the Warhammer animations, anyone who's watching Warhammer Plus, where one of their colonies, their craft worlds, were attacked, and a whole bunch of their people had given their lives to feed the avatar and bring it forth and defend, their craft world, their colony. So it's cool. The sculpt before had only the sword. You've got some cool weapon options here, like this fiery axe, badass sword, a spear. You've got head options. None of these options existed before, so this is really badass to see. Great looking.
The old model was old. It was around for a while.
Yeah,
it was really small too. This guy looks a lot bigger.
And there have been 2 iterations of such avatar, and this it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It looks like an Age of Sigmar god. Yeah,
it really does,
with the style and the size.
And considering the Age of Sigmar, like those elves in Age of Sigmar are kind of supposed to be a direct representation of their fantasy cousins, right? Like, if a what if, elves in space, elves in fantasy. So being that there's supposed to be a direct correlation there, I think it's great that it looks kind of like one of their sculpts.
It's going to look sick up against like a graded demon or something.
Yeah, or Gilliman. And I think this is a different subject altogether, but like they're like ninth edition, starting kind of at the seventh, and they're end of seventh. They've been kind of building up to this, doing more and more Primarchy kind of things, right? Like there's two for Chaos, allegedly maybe three. There's one for loyalists, and then Orcs got their huge refresh last year. And well, I mean, it's still continuing, but they brought out Gaz in a way that made him kind of like a Gilliman equivalent, right? A prime Orc kind of deal. And now they're bringing out this brand new, nice and shiny and rebuffed Avatar of Cain. One could argue that's this, they're going to give this the Primarch treatment. So it's kind of cool.
There was a lot of jokes comparing the new Avatar to the most powerful unit I can get in Infinity is called the Avatar. It's not specifically for the monkeys, but for the collective that they're a part of. The Avatar, it's a mech that is housing the AI that governs the entire group, and it's quite ridiculous. It takes up points are pretty uniform in Infinity. A full game is 300. The Avatar is almost half of that.
Wow. That's crazy. Daughters of Cain, fan self. Cain is dead in AOS. Marathi, the big snake lady, took over from which is really cool bit of the lore. And I really want to paint up Marathi one day. What
I was thinking about Mythos and Marathi. There's a joke there. There's a joke there. There's a joke there.
What about Imperial Guard? Where's our Primarch upgrade? Man, they just came out with a new Sly Marlboro last year, man. Or no, the year before last. What are you talking about? This is Mugen Ra, the snipery kind of HQ, and super cool. Love the whole death look. I don't remember what he's in charge of.
The
Dark Reapers?
I believe so.
Yeah.
The heavy weapon.
The heavy weapons guy. Yeah, the Dark Reapers. Yeah, the head of the Dark Reapers here. I love how he's got a scythe built onto his sniper rifle. This is like Bayonet plus. This is amazing.
I believe it's a big shuriken cannon. It's more of a like heavy machine gun type thing.
Oh, okay.
To match the heavy weapons.
I got you. It always looked like a sniper rifle to me, but I could see that. Be just knowing Eldar weaponry for what it is. That makes more sense. So imagine you lay it down, across something like you would, a big mounted machine gun. You lay it across a log or something like that. You blow them away with a bunch of heavy shots, and then they come up close, and then you just scythe them to death. That's so cool.
Use the scythe as a kickstand.
I have a squad of Dark Reapers set aside because I was gonna, finish painting my brother's Eldar someday, and I was like, let's get some more units to beef up his Eldar. And so I got some of the Rangers and some Dark Reapers, and I think this new Mugen Ra sculpt would go great in his army. I'm gonna have to do that.
I might just have to pick it up for fun. I really like it.
Freak, I need to do that. I need to actually finish up Razzy's army, and then you can play against some Eldar sometime.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. New Dark Reaper sculpts to go along with Mugen Ra. And they've got a variety of weapons now. Freak, we were talking about in our Discord. Look at that skull that guy's carrying. He's got a handle on the skull. What do you think the purpose of that skull is? Lunchbox, maybe? Ammo storage? What do you think that is? Why would you put a skull on a handle? I think it was Kaiju who...
Bowling?
Kaiju, I think it was Kaiju. I could be giving the wrong person credit, but I think Kaiju said it's for the puns, and he says Space Marine comes up to get in close combat, and he slaps him with the skull. Heads up! I was like, I like that answer best of all.
That sounds like Kaiju. Yeah, I mean, Maybe it's an inside joke about doing things with skulls.
So the thing here, I really, really love these sculpts and the new weapons, and even the skull on a handle. I really like the helmetless poses. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm not really sold on the skull helmets.
I really like the idea of the Eldar just really, really trying to be intimidating, despite being little space elves.
Hey, he
They're
looks
like skulls. We'll bring skulls, but I'm not carrying a skull into battle. Like, can you put a little something, make it a little more ergonomic, a little more nice look?
Okay, so I have so many questions. Like, what is that? And I mean, it's just a little weird. And why does he look like he has a pumpkin for a head?
That's exactly what it is that I don't like about the
jack-o'-lantern look.
It looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah.
And then the plug. What's with the plug? I don't understand. What's the purpose?
That's a missile tip. It goes with the one on the end of his.
Oh, there it is too. Again, this whole thing looks totally sus.
What?
Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you don't see it. Oh, okay. All right, moving along then. I'm the only one. Okay, right. And all the lady says, "Hey." It's okay. I'm done.
Anyways, so I don't know who that little guy is there. Maybe a little buffing character.
He's cute. Look at him.
Like an ammo runt for the orcs or
he's
whatever.
Really tiny because he's holding the big key. Right? Looks like
it's one of their. I think that's one of their axes.
I guess. Looks like he's holding a big key. He's like, "Here, take my key." Like, so little. All right, I'll stop. He looks like he's just one-sided though, like he's like two-dimensional.
He does look two-dimensional. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Don't look at if you flip around, like, he'll disappear because he's just.
He looks like he's out of a pop-up book, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what's up with that.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. Like don't if you turn him sideways, you'll disappear.
Miniatures Paintbrush says he looks kind of cute.
See, I don't know why this looks so wrong. Black leather, got the okay. I don't know. That doesn't look right. That's just hey. Is it your turn? It's my turn, baby. Oh, is it your turn already? Yeah, it's my turn. I'm gonna give it to you. What? I'm gonna shoot you right there. Okay. I mean, okay. These are very colorful mythos. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, so right there's a variety of weapons now that weren't there before. I like the hood on top of the helmet. It looks cool. I'm just not huge.
It looks like a freaking Lego.
Or jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern's perfect. I would now the older Eldar sculpts. Those parts of the visor are just smooth, like a spaceman's helmet.
Yeah.
So
I'd have been happy if they would have just got rid of the stitching in the mouth and all that. Just
that's what I'm saying. Like, just leave it a smooth visor like the old.
Yeah. Yes.
So I do appreciate how loyal they are to the originals.
Right.
And I think that's resulted in them looking quite goofy in a modern cast. But at the same time, I do like that. And it is kind of where a lot of the uniqueness of things like Gundam and Warhammer and Infinity, it's a modern resculpting of these really old designs that it creates something unique that you wouldn't get otherwise.
Personally, because I don't have, again, being newer in the hobby, and I probably got to stop saying that soon because we're at 6 years in the hobby now. I do like the helmetless heads better, as we can see here. But if I were to keep the helmeted heads, I would probably want to take some kind of like green stuff or something and just smooth out.
Yes.
So that way it's a smooth visor like the older Eldar sculpts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stitching just doesn't look right.
There's a reason that they're all in skin-tight black leather armor. I doubt it's for protection from futuristic space weapons. I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight lately, so it just reminds me of Cenobite. I came.
Oh. So quickly? What? All right. I feel behind because I'm just reiterating what Freak is saying. Sorry, Atlas. I am so sorry. My brain is not right now.
I personally think the weapons look fine. I'm not seeing what's.
Okay, that's just. See, everybody gets it. I beat those.
Freak, you did pause for a bit when we scrolled down to the one that had 2.
Yeah, I did. I was like, that's impressive. I'm like, wow. It's like somebody's gonna be very happy. What? All right, let's move on.
Oh, that's what you were saying it about.
What's the big leader's name of the Dark Reapers that we looked at earlier? I need to start making a list of Warhammer models to buy because I never think to, but I need to show a little love to what's not at all for me. So
very cool.
All right.
So the new sculpts that we looked at. Oh, maybe that was a different article with the jet bikes. But yes, these Reapers look amazing, and Mugen Ra looks amazing. Except for the helmets. I'm not a big fan of that. And for Freak, maybe not the weapons. But there are different weapon options. So,
what's this part down here for? I'm asking for a friend. For science.
If I had to guess, that was probably where they keep the ammo for those.
Oh, okay. That's. Who's the scientist?
That's exactly what they used to look like. I remember.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're identical to the original sculpts.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's all the news then. That's good because I'm losing my freaking brain here.
There is one thing I saw that I really want to just... I put it in Mythos' messenger chat before. There was a Forge World model that I really like the look of. Was that only just announced? The new demon?
Oh, yeah. No, that was actually one of the articles back on the...
Okay.
I thought I'd said it. My bad. Free, go back to the one with the avatar.
Tell me what to do! All right, mate.
Please.
Is that new or is that from a while ago?
Which article?
No, that's. I think that's new.
Which one?
The one that says Reborn Avatar of Cain. It's at the top of the articles for tonight.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, there it is. There.
Oh, yeah. There's the demon.
Here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Ah, yes. More LDO goodness. The Cabanda's monstrous new model is the biggest Horus Heresy character ever.
Oh my god. I guess that makes sense.
Damn.
I think I need that.
I could see a lot of people replacing their Bloodthirsters or Demon Princes with this new sculpt.
I recently got I don't know what the scale is because it was, I believe it was 3D. It was resin printed or something. I've got a Doomslayer that I need to paint up, the modern Doomslayer from Doom Eternal. And I think he needs someone to stare down. And this is a pretty good
that
option.
would be cool.
He's got a custom base, which is a pain. And I don't really want to prime off it, but at least on the same shelf.
It's a Dead Blood Angel in the chat, in the picture here. I'm sure
Mark.
Spud.
Is that Mark 4 armor?
Yes, that is Mark 4.
Is correct.
You are correct. So I know Spud would be happy about that. And I'm sure Freak, you'd be happy that it is not a dead Imperial Fist.
No, not yet. Give it to Grumpy. He'll make it that, though, yeah.
I mean, now that you've said it, you know for sure.
I don't have to say it. He'll do it.
That axe looks so cool.
Looks scary.
That axe looks badass. And the whip.
The what?
Whip.
I'm moving on. I'm not even going to.
Freak's feeling a little something. A little overstimulated. I'm a little overstimulated by this demon. It's making me feel a certain kind of way.
Now go back up at the top.
What? Where? Who?
The one we were looking at earlier with the with the Avatar of Cain Reborn.
Okay. That one? Is this right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got some new Night Hunt and Daughters of Cain models. Look pretty sharp here.
I think if it's in line with what they've done with the past, all the models will be pre-existing. I believe the heroes. They give unique heroes in these boxes.
Yep. And the heroes are what I want to take a look at today.
No, Night Haunts was what Oni was playing, right? I do remember these.
Yes.
I'm just really happy that there's another way to access Daughters of Cain because they really had a price war behind them for a while. So I'm hoping this makes them a bit more accessible.
This is gorgeous. That is so freaking cool.
The cool little ghosty.
Yeah.
Some
Very
of them are
studious.
ridiculous.
That is nuts. Oh, wow. These look really cool.
I feel like those are new models, maybe. They went around when I was playing.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen crossbow guys for them before.
Because I think Nighthaunt are in the current starter box, or they were in the last one. They were a big deal for a while. They might still be one of the main focuses.
Yeah, they were in an early starter box. This new one is got the new swamp orcs.
Yeah.
Which look a lot more like, kind of a Lord of the Rings kind of style.
Uruk-hai.
Very cool. I even like that banner bearer with the crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Just finished my base. No idea how I'm going to get a model on top of it. I've done that. I've made a base so overly ornate before I had to hot glue the model to it because there was just no solid place. This whip lady looks amazing. The whip of thorns.
Why?
Very cool. What?
Why would the?
They're just pronouncing.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're doing that. You're doing that thing.
Doing what thing?
You're going.
Ethos. Freak just got off work. He's been hearing about whips and plugs all day. He's had enough. He's here to talk about Warhammer.
Right, I'm trying to unplug.
All right, let's just get back to talking about Warhammer.
I hate you. I so hate you right now.
Atlas says more black leather and whips. I'm going to set my phone down before I start trying to derail y'all.
Oh, you don't have to try.
Man, I don't know if I like the version with the dagger or the glaive more. Both versions of the model look great.
They look great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I really like that
like
face
the
sculpt,
dagger.
so I would definitely keep the face instead of the mask.
Yeah. It kind of adds an extra aesthetic, It really does. I like the natural beauty of it. It really does. It looks really cool.
Agreed.
Do you guys know Alex Attempts Tabletop?
Yes.
I forget how I bumped into him, like who I met him through. I met most people I know through you guys. He's got Daughters of Cain, and I'm really curious to see if did Daughters of Cain, did the AOS players feel like this actually makes them accessible? Because I was going to do Daughters of Cain, but the pricing never really made sense to me. They were really off way more than the rest of the line, and I couldn't pin why.
Well, they now have a starter box, which they didn't have before. And of course, now they're going to be in this box. So I guess they're, the more places that they're available, going to make them more accessible. In theory,
Yes.
the pose is a bit meh with the whip spiraling around her. I think that pose is amazing.
All of those models were screaming to be sub-assembled, though. None of those looked fun to paint necessarily.
Oh, to get no.
Oh,
yeah. Those two
Like
particularly.
the paint job looks amazing. The process to get there.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
That's how I felt about my War Boss, man. It was like, man, that's just so much.
I was showing off in the chat recently. I had a Gundam that I just was not going to have fun painting. He was going to drive me up the wall. It's one of the Verkar line, which means it's made by a specific guy who doesn't. He designs them for aesthetics and not function and stability. So I killed that Gundam and made him dead on a diorama so I could glue him all together and not have to deal with him.
Golly, dude.
The pose doesn't seem realistic. It's not like it's fantasy. I was about to say So a couple of things there. First of all, they exist in a realm with magic. So if you had a magic whip, I think it absolutely could spiral around like that. And then second of all, I'm a big anime fan, so that definitely seems like a...
What? What? Nobody can hear you. What? Can't stand you.
Anyways.
Can I ask why G is recommending Uruk War clans to me specifically?
Let's see what he says.
If it's because they're accessible, it's not. I'm out of the game, but I am still buying Warhammer to paint. And I've definitely seen some things today that I want to buy.
I was about to say, it might just be because he's a greenskin.
Yeah, he is.
I've got orcs. They're just not. They're the original orcs. Thank you very much. And most of them have green skin.
All right. We got 20 minutes left in the chat. You want to look at some art of the week?
Oh, you know I do. I mean,
You know I do.
Yeah, because
Don't worry. I've got plenty of orcs.
You bet you're a sweet bud.
okay. No, January. Okay, so we done that. We done did that one.
I started with 36 random orcs, and then I got 24 regular orcs, and then I recently got, I think, 20 more. So for some people, that's not a lot. For me, that is a whole lot.
This is from Guppy.
Very nice, very nice. Starting off with some Crimson Fist action. Fellow Sons of Dorn for you. Mythos gets it. I knew. He is the war boss of the Wa, after all.
See.
Yeah, you do, G. Get that unboxing on. Left the front carapace openable so you can see the details underneath. Very nice. Very nice. Just like Freak does with his rhinos and stuff. So that way he can pull it off the table and be like, look, someone painted the inside of this rhino.
I feel like they've even selected the colors of the wires to match the rest of the model.
Yeah.
Green on the plasma gun, red on the fist. The yellow just kind of works well with the other colors there.
Agreed. Freak, I'm going to let you talk about some of these beautiful models with this expert model reviewer here for just a few seconds.
Okay. All right. So I think one of the nicest things that like we've always said, is that, you know what, the model is going to tell the story, right? So there's something that I've really learned is that the basing has to complement the model and not be overbearing. I think this does it. This is a great, look at that the plasma bloom. That looks really good. Man, let me see something here.
I don't even know how you do that with the really harsh, like the black lines. I guess it's because it's casting really harsh shadows. It's so bright.
I guess, but I mean, what's really impressive is that I can't do this. If I do it, it'll wash out. I'll wash out the lines. This is really well done. Let's see.
And it's subtle. It's not. It wouldn't really make sense for it to glow.
Right.
Because everything else is bright. It looks like it's the middle of like a dry day.
Right. It's got some weathering going on.
Oh wow! A little bit of weathering over the decal is a really great way to just blend it in. I've never thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, you did a really, really good job of doing that. This is actually well done.
I hate how clean the wash is on that knee. The shading around the circles on the knee.
Yeah.
That is frustratingly clean.
Yeah, mine are always absolutely dirty, and that's a struggle. Yeah, this is well done.
Struggle is real, y'all.
Go here. I love the lenses. Yeah, man, this is well done.
Really,
That weathering on the twin bolt guns or the storm bolters, whatever they are, it looks like it's weathered in a way that as it tilts up, that corner's scraping off the main piece of armor as it goes into it.
Painting that tells a story, man, for sure.
Did they really?
I don't know if that was intentional, but it
looks really, yeah. Yeah, this is good.
I love the extra white line of brightness at the bottom of the plasma coils.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
I knew that.
It looks really, really impressive. All right, let's move on. Okay. Oshko Van Dolphin, Ivia Metal. Finish up my night. That is very colorful.
It is. It really is. I love the transition from blue to purple. It's so nice. Pops so much. And then it's like it's almost video gamey how the armor color pops like that. But then like the way the warm earth is at the bottom here, you got that kind of subtle OSL, it's almost more of a, I don't know, movie kind of, like you've got like almost a comic book or anime kind of painting up top, and then the basing is like almost, kind of movie quality, if that makes any sense. It's an interesting mix.
And there are chaos warriors who go out of their way to look different or stand out.
All right, Bad Moons, baby. Jared Nunez.
This is incredible. And I have seen, I grabbed this before a certain video showcase came out this week, which is similar. So it's interesting how this idea is going around. It's a cool conversion from a Necron flyer. People call it the Croissant. I think it's like the Doom Scythe or something like that, into a Bad Moon flyer.
That's so cool.
It's even got eyes.
It is. It does. It's so cool. Really great conversion. Lots of plastic card, it looks like. Very custom pieces.
All the bombs strapped on.
All the bombs strapped on. Almost like super crisp checker marks. I dig it. Great weathering. Good work.
There's gradients in the checker marks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff. Also, with the way the window is on the side, because the Doom Scythe is like, tilted on its side. It kind of reminds me of some of the flyers in Star Wars that kind of had that little side cockpit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Taylor, good to see you, my friend. Really nice weathering on the exhaust.
I saw my local stores started selling more kits, like AK Interactive kits and paint sets and things. And one of them, like all that
Be right back.
really
Okay.
that really shiny Godzilla I had, that was a set. And one of the sets was for exhaust weathering, like the kind of stuff you do, Mythos.
Oh, nice. Good to see that. Kits like that are being sold locally. Do you plan on using any of that kind of stuff? You know how I feel about exhaust bloom.
I should. It's definitely something that I would like to do. I don't know when I'll get the opportunity next. Oh, you know what? My Imperial Knight. I believe, if I know myself, and I think I do. Let me have a look. I did put the giant melter on my Imperial Knight.
Nice. That's a great opportunity for it. And maybe even some of the exhausts on top of it. We've got Grumpy Guy Gaming. Welcome, Grumpy Guy Gaming. It's good to see you. And we got Miniature Paintbrush as a good stopping point. Gonna call it a night. It was fun to hang out. Good night, y'all. Good night, my brother. Grumpy, I take it you are up getting ready for work. So, do you have any plans for that Imperial Knight project?
I don't. So the rules of the challenge that I set in it last year, they may be a bit ambitious, but we'll see. And I'm going to review them at the end of the year. I kind of set rules that I wanted other people to follow and then some for myself to follow. The main thing of it was to not buy models and to get through the backlog. The bit I added, and I have exceptions to when you are allowed to buy models because I wanted it to be in a way that doesn't impede people's enjoyment of the hobby. One of the rules I set myself is that I have to have my whole backlog done this year. And I've thought of a couple ways. You're going to see some videos coming up where I'm going to go, because sometimes I have people on my channel asking really simple questions, which is kind of nice. I'm glad that people are asking me the simple questions that I probably can't answer. So I'm going to make some videos just about basic layering, basic non-metallic, metallic, and things like that. And I'm going to batch paint a ton of stuff in that video. So I give you a bunch of examples and I'm getting a bunch of my work done at the same time.
That's awesome. So
I do need to do the Imperial Knight this year. It's also another great way to me to get some Warhammer on the channel because I've been neglecting that a bit, especially 40K. I did kind of want to do a Space Wolf. I know that Knights don't align themselves with chapters necessarily, but I did want to do a Space Wolf look to him. I believe because the one I got the new one that comes with that character with the lance.
Very nice.
He's wolfy. He's got a wolf symbol. So I think they were instead of having the eagle heads, there were wolf heads, I believe I put on it. So I was leaning towards a wolfy aesthetic when I built him. And doing it Space Wolves is a great opportunity to put a bunch of snow on the base.
Nice. I'm
back.
All of my knights lean towards space. Well, not lean. They're very Space Wolfy. So
I think I want to do a wolf because you guys do wolves. Big D does wolves. They're a big part of the little community that you've invited me into. I think it would be a lot of fun to do them. And I don't know when I'm going to get the next opportunity to do just a random Space Marine chapter. So
ooh, I like this.
And I'm realizing now I can have the snow melting around where the melter is.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So I might have to do that.
Good effect. Again, I love paint jobs that tell a story. This is from a guy that we know, a rando we met on the internet who happens to be, a talented painter.
He is. He really is. I like his work.
Commodore of Dorn. I really like his basing effect.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's using the AK stuff.
Maybe.
But really, nice, vibrant red for his squig.
Yeah.
Good dirtiness around the edges of the teeth. I have some wolves now as well. Yeah, G's got some wolves as well. And he says, Citadel spray takes me right back to my childhood. Don't breathe it in. You're not supposed to be huffing it.
You're not?
Did you guys see my how I acquired some Citadel spray paint recently?
I didn't.
It's my YouTube short. I made a joke where I traded my dog for a little bit of Citadel spray for that.
Oh yeah.
Abrams.
Yeah.
And there were some people that genuinely hated that video.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you say that you traded your dog?
And I alluded to it in future episodes as well. This is the first time I've actually acknowledged that it wasn't true. I've been acting as if it was real on my channel.
That's so messed up, man.
I don't know. When I watched it, I never thought
no, of
that.
course not. No one should.
I don't see where anyone would get that it was real.
I think it's funny people did. Like, oh, I can't believe you would do that.
There's a comment along the lines of, that dog's probably better off with that other guy.
Oh man. People really
no, I would not trust him with my dog. So I'm glad he's with me.
But awesome work, Commodore. I really, really love the weathered metal on that sword for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I love your bone work. Your bone work.
God.
On the backpack. The bone work on your backpack.
The feet are a slightly different color. There's a little variance in the skin tone.
I agree.
And the armor's dark, but because the skin really pops, it doesn't. It still has a presence.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I think the really bright of the squig kind of frames that dark armor nicely.
Mm-hmm. It's good that they're different. It's easy to fall into that trap of let's just do all the reds now, and then they all look the same.
No, he definitely has some variants. I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like he's using contrast. I'm not sure if he is or not.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I've still never used contrast.
Nor have I, but I know Rob, I think, and even Mitha said that they airbrush with contrast paints, and it comes out pretty good.
I've been told that even as someone who myself who isn't really interested in the concept of them applied in the way that they're designed to be applied, they still make for fantastic glazes.
Yeah.
It might be a fun video down the line.
Yeah, and
I'm a bit late to the trend, but
filter is the best use of the contrast, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
So do you mean like a plasma coil or
plasma coil, but also things that you're going to do kind of like with the power effect video, where you're going to pre-shade and then glaze over it for that kind of the color you want in the end.
I'm getting Final Fantasy vibes here.
Okay, so this is actually a character from Final Fantasy IX named Vivi, and has done a stunning job on him. I really, really enjoy the way this came out. Like, this took me immediately back to Final Fantasy IX when I saw this. Like, it did an extremely good job with this. I love the little stitching on the jacket.
The vest, yeah.
Yeah. And the detail on those stripy pants came out nicely as well.
Yes, they did. And the leather buckle, and this is well done.
Extremely well done. Also, Pickle's photographs come out super crisp. Like, that's such a great clear shot of Vivi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this one was sent to me by Brother Meeks.
What the hell? And it's actually beautiful. There's a dead chunk of tau there.
Yep.
Is that how big those Redemptor Dreadnoughts are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really big. I don't think I've ever seen one.
They're chunky. This is so beautiful. I just don't know if I would ever do this because I can't imagine sacrificing a whole Thunderwolf to be part of my basing.
No,
it's like people who do Titans, and it's like my Titans are stepping on a Beyblade.
Yeah.
God.
I know you said Baneblade as in the tank.
I did say Beyblade instead of Baneblade. I forgot what they're called. I shouldn't reveal it.
It's like the girlfriend, Bay. I don't know. Hey, Beyblade.
I actually, as part of my work, I do actually play a lot of Beyblades.
I love Beyblades.
I've actually gotten I started Beyblades at what 20s, early 20s, and I'm getting pretty good at it.
I want to play some Beyblades. I don't have a stadium anymore, or most of my launchers. I just have the blades now for some reason.
Are they metal or plastic?
Yes. I have some of each.
And thank you, Lupus Canis. I got him. I got a thank you that he can't replicate because I've never heard him talk. We're always replicating each other's thank yous. Replicate that. And I will not take any upsides of Australian summer at all. I'm not a fan. We are very lucky that it is extremely hot today. It was hot yesterday. It's probably going to be hot tomorrow. I would not be sitting here in my room talking to you if it was yesterday's weather.
Oof. That's so well done. I really love the shading around the armor plates and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's really subtle for white shading.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a combination of like a I don't know, the gray and dark purple.
Now I can tell you exactly what color that is.
What?
That is contrast. I believe it to be Space Wolves contrast. Contrast Space Wolves gray. That's the color that I use to shade my white scars and my salamanders.
Oh no, I think you're right. I was going to say it feels like the shading is on top of the white, which I guess normally you'd think it'd be the other way around. But if you look at the underneath the wolf decal, there's a bit of bleeding onto the edge. I'm not calling out the bleeding, but next to that edge highlight, implying that it is on top of the white, which might even make it more impressive with how smooth the gradient is.
Yep.
I don't even know how you do that.
Actually how I do my white scars. I'll do the white parts and then I'll go in and airbrush in
it's airbrushed on with contrast.
That's how I do.
Rob told me that he's done that, and yeah, it's very interesting. I have not done it yet. I'm hoping to try that one day. This is by Tassos. I'm not gonna try. No.
That
Doom wheel.
That is so cool.
That's another one of the models that I want to find a 40K use for someday, just because it reminds me of the brute bikes from Halo. The brute bikes from Halo are pretty cool. I don't know if I acknowledged you when you came in, Lupus. Welcome. Good morning, Lupus, my brother. And welcome, X-Gear Commander. Happy freaking Friday. I really love the glow on that Doom wheel.
Yeah.
The glow effect is so nice.
It's a really harsh use of snow. I like how dark the actual earth is.
Yes.
Snow on top of it. It looks
really
wet
good
as the snow's melting.
And really nice contrast between how dark that earth is in comparison to the really vibrant snow.
Like volcanic, yeah.
You can even see those rivets on the red part that's mounting the rear wheel. The shading or the bleeding is vectored backwards as the Doom wheel's moving. The weathering's kind of streaking backwards.
Nice.
I don't think that's how you use vectored, but I've heard a painting professional refer to it that way. when you have lines on your model that imply movement.
That's cool.
You sold it to me. You say
it looks
anything.
Like there's it looks like they've oiled those rivets and the oil's bled out as it's racing forwards.
Yes.
Or soot's like a caught on them. Oh, they're blue Skaven.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I love how that Skaven just looks like he's holding on for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
That the screaming mouth is just like, oh shit.
Is it implied that flag's made of skin?
I think so. It's very leathery. I don't know if skin per se, because it doesn't seem to be like stitched together, but some kind of leathery. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As in not humans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess one could say, depending on what you're talking about, leather and skin are one, but
not from a painting perspective.
Right. So much good detail here.
Very steampunkish.
Yes. I really love how multi-directional the OSL is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's glowing from the front in a very obvious manner, but then there's like some blowback in the glow. Big Mech Dan Skull.
Oh wow.
That's my favorite Big Mech right there.
Looks like there's some edge highlighting over the top of the OSL as well.
Yeah.
Which is something I've done before out of necessity, not out of desire. Because I obscured all of the highlights below it by accident.
Wow.
With the red skull?
Yep.
Yeah.
You get 1 WeatherPig point.
Oh my gosh.
It's beautifully done.
Is that shadow behind the bracket that's holding the guns? Is that real or artificial?
Yep. I think the answer is yes.
A bit of both.
It's Schrodinger's shadow. Till we actually have anyone to confirm, it is both real shadow and painted in shadow.
It just seems too dark. It seems like
Are you
there's some black paint in there.
this part here? You mean? Like
Yeah,
behind no,
behind
that's
that bracket.
no, that's a painted shadow.
Mm.
I mean, let me see if I can make it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's see if I can make this. Yes, and
You can see that it's lit under the top of the bracket as well. So yeah.
That is incredible. That is such a mind blow.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see a similar cast on the back side of this here, of the motor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it continues a bit on the top, and there's no shadow up there.
Yeah. Wow.
So are we all quitting, or?
Man, I'm taking up knitting.
I, at the very least, am
Crocheting.
swearing off of Skaven.
This is so vibrant.
And apparently dragons.
Is this from something, this dragon?
Iki Miniatures Mania.
Might say in the description.
With the design.
Oh my gosh.
It's screaming Dark Souls to me, but I'm almost positive it's not from Dark Souls.
Echo il Dragon King.
Kingdom of Death.
Kingdom of
Parte
Death.
della commissione di Kingdom Death Monster.
I'm not familiar.
Kingdom Death is that company that does the really gorgeous pinup models, but apparently they also do gorgeous dragons as well.
It's name Echo. That's ECCO is the name of the dragon.
It's also the name of a dolphin back in Sega Genesis days.
Shut up. I'm usually the one that comes up with a random bullshit. You're breaking my brain. Stop.
That wasn't random BS. That is a random fact from the 1980s.
This is so
when
cool.
was Sega Genesis? 80s? 90s? Might be.
Sega Genesis? That was 80s. That was 80s Mythos.
Echo
Sega Genesis?
the dolphin.
Oh God, oh my God.
What? Nothing. Continue on. Gorgeous dragon. The skin effect reminds me of Ifrit in Final Fantasy. 1992.
Oh wow, okay. What? No freaking way.
Oh.
You see that?
But you are right. The Genesis released in 88. Holy crap. How did I not notice that?
That is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I am completely demotivated from painting anything ever again. This is... Wow. What in the world? Oh my gosh.
The skin is still the best thing on this dragon. The skin is amazing.
I don't even know how to do that. Stuff like the horns.
God.
I'm starting to dabble, I think, in how you do stuff like that. But the skin here, I don't have the first clue.
I don't know. It looks like he started with black, and it just worked its way up. But
See, I'm inclined to say the other way around.
you think? You think he started
Starting
up
with
with
the
the bright,
brighter colors.
brightest, and then darken it up? And maybe. I don't know. See, this is one of those things that this kind of model or this kind of paint job, I don't know.
Yeah.
Normally I can pick it out, but
The brushwork I can figure out, but not the. I'm assuming the main skin's airbrushed.
I don't know.
There's
Yeah, it
gradients
looks like it is. Yeah, there's a lot of gradients, so that it has to be airbrushed.
I don't know.
But there's some.
This
Like
doesn't
this-
say airbrush to me.
Really?
This says one of those masters that do 52 hours of wet blending straight.
Jeez. Maybe. Look at that. I've seen Oni do stuff like this, man, with wet blending and all that. Oh my god.
Is it pre-shaded? Was it all black and white, and then they came in with the red?
But I don't
too,
think so. It's too nuanced.
No. It's too
There's so many
it's
nuances.
too full the color. There's not.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Like,
purples
it's not
and
saturated.
blues and
Yeah.
okay, I love you. Bye bye.
That was Mythos saying that to all of these models and paintbrushes.
My puppo came over and gave me 2 sniffs and 1 kiss and then left. So
Look at
much
that.
detail.
Maybe it was brush painted. From this angle, it looks like it was all brush.
Yeah.
The tail, definitely.
So much texture. Like intentional texture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's hand painted.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that is just unbelievable. Oh man.
Looks like Kaiju's been experimenting with that kind of lava effect recently on his Corn Army.
Yeah. Which looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. I haven't put them in any of my videos. I've got to put him in the next one.
It's so cool because like every angle you look at the picture, the skin reads as a different color.
Yeah.
Has he airbrushed over the tufts, or are they different colors of tufts?
I would imagine that they're painted to the OSL there.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't think it's been airbrushed.
I mean the tufts specifically.
Yeah.
I don't think the dragon's been airbrushed. No.
Yeah,
It's definitely brushed.
it
from the
is
back.
brushed. Yeah,
Yeah.
that there. Wow, that is fantastic. Oh man, why am I even bothered painting? Why do I do that to myself? All right, Warzone Studio.
This is the one that I was like, I guess Meeks is trying to get you to stop your Templars before they even get started.
Oh yeah,
That's old art on the side there. I always loved that art.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Again, with the whole vector thing, the chipping on the bottom, it's done in a way that the rocks are being kicked up and flying backwards relative to the vehicle going forwards.
right.
Directional
Yeah,
chipping.
scratches, going that way.
But it's diagonal, which is interesting. So I guess that's implying it's kicking a lot of stuff up.
Yep. Oh, nice glow effect on the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine
that-
never come out looking that intentional.
That I can do. I can do glow lights. What do we got here?
Some Imperial Fists. These are not dead.
They're not. Their arms are off, but yeah, I like them. A little assault action there.
Yep. And they're not off. They're magnetized.
Yes.
Oh.
Scipio painting. I like it a lot. I love those. I love these shoulder pads.
Yeah, those are really cool.
I'm getting really close to building up gradients like this, like you would have seen in the Morats, the Infinity models we showed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to really colorful space marines like this, I still don't know how really good space marine painters build up these kind of gradients. Is it with glazes? Is it with layering?
I do mine with my airbrush. What in the world?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of when I asked Goldfish of Justice, for him, he said that a lot of these were just straight thin layers, layering in very thin layers.
Bence Clayton.
Those eyes and that skin and the chipped armor, also very lifelike. Commodore from high orbit, my brother.
Is that Kami?
That's Kami.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Show's over.
So Kami, I tried it. I tried it on the air, man. No, they're totally different. I don't think they're better. They don't taste anything near remotely like Reese's peanut butter cups. So sorry, man. I mean, they're okay, but I was expecting something similar to Reese's peanut butter cup. I was kind of disappointed. It is more peanut butter though. It's not. See, all right, I'm not gonna lie. So Reese's peanut butter cups, the peanut butter in it, I think it's like that fake stuff, and I like it. This is more so chocolate and actual peanut butter, which kind of has that sticky, stickiness to it. So yeah, I'm not a fan.
Says that's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
I'm not wrong. I know exactly what I like. That's not Reese's peanut butter cup, and it's not going to hold up to it. So,
dude, that expression painted into the face.
Right? I mean, I seriously, somebody parked in their parking spot.
The gradients in the wings. Holy crap.
Did you seriously not put the toilet seat back down? Are you serious? Look at that.
That face does say, "Are you serious?"
Yeah. I mean, just like, did you really pee on a seat? No, that wasn't me. That was a dog.
One of the fellow heroes miscast and killed 20 of their own men.
Really? You can see it.
Oh, yep. Gorgeous work.
It's by Kianweshi. I don't know how to say that.
You used a fire spell. A fire spell.
I told you.
Those wings and that sword.
Oh,
or
no,
that sword,
right?
that spear tip, I mean. Creek, give me the fake chemical peanut butter.
Is that an Ideneth spear? I think it is. Yeah, I reckon that's an Ideneth spear.
I can see it. I have definitely wanted to loot the spears from the Deepkin for other projects before.
I mean, do you want all of them? No.
Do you have some?
I do, but I'm trying to sell them as an army. I don't have any spare ones.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking.
And they snap off so easily. You can see the little weak point there. They're a nightmare.
God, I got so many. My brain is just not right tonight. Hey, somebody caption this, please, before I do, because I'm going to get in trouble.
I'll snip it way better.
Please caption this.
Hold on.
I'll make it a commute. Actually, I'm going to toss it up in the Discord.
I've got a snip.
Yes, please.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to toss this up in the Discord after the show, and I want people to meme this, meme, capture, whatever, and we'll review all of them next week on the show.
Please. Good Lord. I've just got my brain is just not.
Freak, I want some of those peanut butter cups that you have there.
This stuff here, okay, hold on. This chocolate bloom stuff, this crap here that looked like it's been sitting up for a couple of months. See, that white powder stuff, that's called bloom. That's when the oil starts separating from the actual chocolate. Thanks there, Kami, for let me go get some stuff that's probably been. Let me see, what is the expiration date on this thing?
But yeah, that's what I was saying. I wanted some of.
Oh, best. Okay, so it's best by July of 2022. Okay, just making sure I don't get sick.
See, I'm not a chocolate snob, so.
You call me a chocolate snob? You rat bastard!
What? I meant connoisseur.
You know what you said.
I meant connoisseur.
No, you ain't taking that back. Nah, screw that, man. Nah, you walked through that doorway.
See, WeatherPig, tonight I chose to call someone else out.
Yeah, see, look, this is the look right here. That's the look. That's what you can caption it. There it is.
Chocolate snob?
Chocolate snob? Really?
That was freak when Commodore suggested the
No, actually, I was pretty happy. I was like, all right, I'll try it. That sounds cool. I like anything kind of, Reese's peanut butter cuppy. But no, I'm not gonna trash it. Honestly, this actually has real peanut butter in it, and it just kind of threw me off. I was kind of, expecting something a little more of the Reese's, which I really like. The Reese's has a different texture to it. This was very sticky peanut butter, so it wasn't bad. It's just not what I expected. So no shade to Kami. This was, like I said, it wasn't Reese's. So just saying. All right.
And with code Frost and Fist, if you go to Reese's.com, you can...
Oh God, I can't even.
You'll be able to get that Reese's at no additional cost.
Yes.
Which is legitimate. Oh man, dude, you can actually see Juggernaut's expression through the mask. Can you imagine the skill it took? I don't know how the Crisis Protocol stuff comes. I don't know.
Is this Crisis Protocol?
I just assume all the Marvel stuff nowadays is Crisis Protocol.
It might be. The Protocol stuff is pretty big. Obviously, Juggernaut's pretty big as well. It could be. It comes in a lot of pieces, Crisis Protocol, but I don't know if it would give you like the full face.
This is the Scordia painting.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, no, that'll be Crisis Protocol. So there probably was a dedicated face piece. There's a lot of pieces in these models, like more than there needs to be. Sometimes
that's awesome. It's really gorgeously painted. I like how they brought out that like leathery red armor that the Juggernaut has, and the wear and tear on the metal for the helmet and the bracers. Well done. Good stuff.
The style matches, and the way the base, there's the basing, and then it drops down to like that little tier at the bottom. That's a Marvel Crisis Protocol base.
Okay. Very knowledgeable, my friend.
I've built a few.
NRM paint, Copenhagen.
And now we've got a skin cape.
Mm-hmm. I was asking for it.
There it is.
I really love that axe. That axe. I need to use that on something.
Damo from No Might No Fate has done a similar thing here with the really like scratchy fabric, really thin lines to add highlight and stuff.
I love the look of like scratchy leather, scratchy fabric, but I can never get my lines thin enough.
No, I don't know how he did it. I gotta talk to him.
Really nice shading on the green there.
That stuff like this, I think I know how that stuff's done, and I think I can get close enough to it.
I'm looking forward to watching your video so I can learn.
It's how I did the Morats, unfortunately. So I need to. No, I should. I'll the next video, the one I'm working at the moment, I'll try something similar.
I like how there's a little bit of reflection of the basing at the edges of the axe.
Oh, come on.
Now this is an orc.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. You got
I would love to have this sculpt.
This one looks like a Dark Souls boss as well. It's even got a little bonfire under him.
It's like watching the Hulk in oh my gosh.
Where did this sculpt come from? I'm curious. It looks awesome. Who sent me this? I think Kami sent this to me.
Warzone Studios really waited to see it done. Great work. I wish it had the info on it. This is Warzone Studios. Damn it.
No, I'm trying to look it up.
Okay.
Where's Kami? Commodore Dorn. Nope, wasn't Kami. Heinrich?
Oh my gosh, Mythos, look at that.
Heinrich. Yeah,
Oh.
I love what they did with the armor. I want that sculpt. I really do.
Looks like first Michael Bay Megatron.
It says really. Oh, I think I might have a lead. I like to 3D print and paint minis. Okay. No.
So I guess I don't think it's. I think that's what it is. So I think that's a flaming arrow that he's standing over. Which.
Okay.
He's marching
Oh
forward
my
with
God.
no
regard. Look at that. It is a freaking flaming. Oh my.
That's awesome. The
same
sculpt
thing.
is from a Etsy shop called Hero Gravity Shop. I want to see.
I need to do more 3D printing. I've got a little 3D print on the way that doesn't violate the rules of my challenge because it was an exclusive.
He's got a Bloodborne model.
Oh wow! But one Mop got a custom little. He got a custom Ent and a custom. Models that he's going to proxy as an Ent and a Barrock for Lord of the Rings, and the seller has a giant current American Godzilla sculpt, and I really want it.
Wow. That's
Some really nice. Yeah.
Non-metallic. Well done. Oh man.
I think stuff like this, the way it was explained to me, it is layering similar to what I've been doing recently, but the layers are just so thin that you don't even notice.
This looks incredible.
Okay. All right. I tracked it down. So anyone is interested in cool sculpts like this is the shop. If anyone wants to check it out.
Man.
Dude, a whole freaking galaxy in his wings.
Oh man. He's got a planetarium in his damn wings, man.
That's amazing.
Freaking Diddy miniatures.
Unfortunately, so like the face, the underbelly, the gold, all of that's well painted. Unfortunately, this is one of the situations where the wings are just so stunning. It really kind of overshadows everything else that's cool about this.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very nice frame. But
I guess it's almost good that like it's very, very the dragon itself is very, very technically well done, but there's nothing he's not drawing too much attention. Like the gold isn't non-metallic, it's not popping too much. He's only got the two colors on him because it does then allow the galaxy to be the centerpiece without your eye going back and forth between the dragon and the galaxy.
And the hot spot of the face, I think, does a good job to draw your attention to the face of the miniature, which as people, we identify with faces. So
Is that non-metallic gold?
no, he was saying that it's a good thing if the metallic is not.
Oh, right.
I don't think it is. I think that's just like some
regular
layers
metallic.
of wash. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is really damn cool.
So beautiful. Really well done.
My gosh.
Also, that's a individual scale highlighting. You can definitely tell that's not dry brush highlighting.
Yeah, been there. Don't intend to go back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you PTSD.
Look at these
Oh,
brush strokes.
it's a non-metallic. The gold is a non-metallic paint with a metallic highlight.
Is right here. It's a strip of metallic highlight.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is
It
interesting.
works.
Yeah, there it is.
Really, really gorgeous work.
And look at the brush strokes, just kind of like these on the scales by the spine. That is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And you are right. The white on the face really does do a lot.
You know what I'm going to do this? I'm not going to go too hard on this. I'm just going to paint a whole ass universe on this dragon, with a twin-tailed comet. What? It's so incredible. Absolutely amazing. Also, apparently, Phoenix also calls BS on your take of the peanut butter cups.
Do what? What was that?
So, Commodore says even Phoenix calls BS on your take of the peanut butter cups.
I don't care. I mean, this
funny.
is great. If you like peanut butter, great. Just get a vat of peanut butter, stick the damn chocolate in it, and eat it up. Yeah, I like my Reese's. They don't compare to Reese's. I did. I've done that actually. I have done it because I was like, I want something this close, and that's when you don't have Reese's peanut butter cups. You resort to that. You're scrounging. You're like, you know what would be good if I just put this chocolate in this peanut butter, and it's not the same, but damn it, it's gonna be like it.
I was a teenager on summer break, and when you're a kid, everything's better when it's dippable.
Yes. Yes. But I went out of my way. Well, not out of my way, seriously. But, stopped. Got these non-Reese's peanut butter cups.
Phoenix says in all caps, I have. Thank you very much. Me too. It's funny.
Oh, God.
This flyer. I think, yeah. So this is a kit bash here made from several different parts. I can definitely see a Stormfang on here. And I think the front part is like a, what's that little flyer you've got? Storm Talon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the front is like a Storm Talon. The back is a Stormfang.
I love
very cool.
I love the Centurion looking thing here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so beefy.
It is cool. Is it an Inquisitor and his little gang?
His retinue, yep.
His little custom gang,
yeah.
And it's definitely the XII unit.
I think what I love so much about it is that this kit bash looks like a G.I. Joe vehicle that I would have played with as a kid.
So I have something I'm going to share. I thought it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. So
let's make sure we give the credit.
Oh, we will. I have to show this.
Okay.
So, all I could think was, these are the Peeps' retarded cousins. It's just. You're welcome.
It reminds me, we were in a Final Fantasy tabletop role-playing game one time, and one of the players, I don't know how it came up this way, but we ended up joking that her Chocobo, her mount, was the retarded Chocobo, and his name was Choco. And instead of going what like a regular Chocobo, it would always just give like a. That's what that reminds me of.
God. I think I might be tired. Okay, this is
Matthew Headley.
Matthew Headley K.
There you go.
Excellent work, man. Excellent.
Brilliant, yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think we got one last entry at the bottom, which is my favorite one that I've been saving all night.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not that one.
Oh.
The one under that one. Guru.
Ooh. Raven's Rook miniatures.
So this is similar to the one we looked at earlier, but taken up a notch.
Yeah.
Another croissant. Plus, Raven's Rook is one of our Chili Network brothers. And I just absolutely love his take.
That looks so cool.
I love the extra goblins and stuff on top of it and to the side.
Yeah, they're all going for a ride.
The goblins flying on top of it really adds something.
I mean, they're not afraid that, these things are cruising at, crazy neck-breaking speeds.
Now, one thing is that, these pictures are a great taste of it. But if you want to see like a music video of like, the different stages of the building progress and, a little showcase of it, again, it done in a music video style, really well done. Go check out Raven's Rook channel. I just posted it in the comments.
Methus, did you back out of the thing and come back in?
No.
What? Why? Oh my God.
I haven't.
Did you not get out of the...
No.
So now WeatherPig is in your spot. I'm gonna leave it like it is. I don't care. I don't freaking care. So that's Mythos. You're the WeatherPig, Mythos, or whatever you are.
So Mythos, thanks for coming along today. We'll see you when we do.
Oh my gosh, it's keep on hitting.
But yes, please go check out that music video from Raven's Rook. Last I checked the other day, our brother Raven's Rook was only 30 subs away from hitting his first 100. You guys all know, man, that first 100 can be the biggest feeling in the world. So definitely big loves, and let's hope that. Oh, by the way, next week is his 1-year channel anniversary, and freak, we actually managed to hit 100 subs right around our channel anniversary too.
Yeah.
That was a pretty amazing thing. It would be awesome if he can get that to happen too. What?
Just don't know how that happens.
I didn't refresh anything. I didn't back out of the chat. I didn't do nothing this time. Like I tell you all the time, I own up when I'm like, oh,
I know. I don't know why and how. We just got out of it. We didn't even get out of the damn scene. Just the art of the week, and this happened. Okay.
All right, a couple of announcements. Like I said, next week, Raven's Rook Miniatures has one of the best Monday painting live streams. Check him out. Channel anniversary next week, and so close to 100 subs. Also, we will be doing, or I will be hosting another paint chat if anybody wants to do some painting after the show. I'll throw out links. We'll get together and do some painting together, and just chip away at our backlog for a little bit after the show. It'll be cool hangout. And then next week, it's going to be all hands on deck, everybody. We are going to have Commodore versus Freak in the big orc off. And the reason we need all hands on deck is because the live chat will vote on which or boss they like the best.
Yeah, boy.
1v1.
Oh, yeah.
we need votes, guys. We need votes. So, and there's
Sorry. Got a little ahead
there
of
will be a
myself.
loser and there will be a winner, guys.
Yes.
So we're gonna need all votes next week.
Yes. And bring tissue for Kami because he will need it. What?
Oh man, that smack talk starting already a week early. Not to mention the smack talk that's been going on for months now. Where
Honestly, I deserve every last bit of it. I've been sitting on his poor war boss so long, and this guy's been like, Kami's like, are you gonna do this? It's like, really?
Jesus, what's the tissue for that?
Oh, you're gonna like my war boss so much. You better grab a sock instead of a tissue.
Oh man. So with that, younger, better-looking Mythos up in the corner. Do you have any closing thoughts for us
You're like
tonight?
a Brady Bunch.
No, well, thanks for having me back. It's definitely been a while. And thank you for everyone from your audience that came over to check me out. I'm hoping some people from mine see the links I've shared around. And yeah. No, I do owe you guys a lot for getting my channel where it is. You gave it a little kick pretty early on that I think it's that momentum that's kind of got me where I am now.
Good deal, man.
I think you are far too kind. I've been telling you since the beginning. I think your quality and your presentation skills and your painting skills,
Personality.
Personality is the biggest part of watching YouTube. It's all going to make you one of the biggest on YouTube.
That's what I did learn recently. It is more about how you, like, the unique facet of your channel is you. It doesn't have to be, every video doesn't have to be innovative. It can just be, I know other people have done this, but this is how I do it and how I'm going to present it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's always a bigger fish, right? There's always someone more skilled at what you're doing. But sometimes people like the way you're teaching. And I like to reference like when Freak, really started blowing past me with like some of the painting techniques and the airbrush skills. And he's like, I learned it from By Painted, and phenomenal painter. No shade his way. Unfortunately, his personality wasn't one that I could learn from. And that's a personal failing, right? It's my personal learning ability, right?
So then I started studying Katie Boucher stuff. I almost said Bobby Boucher.
And that I was able to more easily learn from. And I also enjoyed more watching the personality of Kenny Boucher. And so I think that's just one of the things, man. Somebody might be a better technically inclined in the video or the painting category.
That's high quality H2O right there.
But it's definitely the way you bring it across. And as a presenter, man, you're definitely a personality worth watching.
Thank you. And a big part of that was me seeing how charismatic you guys are and wanting to try and level up what I was doing.
That's awesome.
She's not the devil, Mama, and I like that boobies.
We cannot all suck the same eggs. Foosball is the devil.
Foosball is the devil, baby.
Freakalicious, you got any closing thoughts for us tonight, brother?
Nah, man, really enjoyed having Mythos tonight. Just thanks for coming, and I really hope to have you back. WeatherPig, what do you think? Should we have him back? He's been I don't know. He's been doing some shiesty stuff, man, calling people out. But we're all. This channel's about second chances, man.
Oh, we did. We had the technical difficulties when we had Mythos on.
Right. This is true.
So.
Let me tell you, younger, better looking, more charismatic Mythos can come back on this show anytime you want.
Yeah. Says the guest. I don't know how this works.
I think. Look, we're trying to be nice. You're overstepping your boundaries a bit here, mate.
There, we already got a vote. Bring that sexy back.
Oh,
all right. There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Again, everybody, go check out the WeatherPig. I just reposted the link to his channel. I'm pretty sure everybody here is already subbed to him because he's such a great YouTube personality. But if you're not, definitely go sub to him now. And if you guys like tonight's episode, make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below if you're watching from the archives and let us know. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to us, to the WeatherPig, or to any of our brothers down below, then we would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost Inn.
Yeah.
Next time, guys.
Stay frosty.